pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
This is episode 37 of the Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Good.
I had that massage therapy appointment I mentioned yesterday.
Oh, yes, that's right. You did.
And boy, I didn't realize how much of the stiffness of my back was in my muscles rather than in my spine. But I sure know now.
Yeah. Good.
I feel a range of motion and confidence in that motion that I've not felt in a while. I'm a little sore from like how, because they're very firm.
It's intense. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was never painful. Like the masseuse really knew what she was doing because she never once crossed the line into like, ow, I need to ask her to go easy. She also did this thing. It was like a stretch that you can't do yourself or something. Well, she like put her one hand on my shoulder and one hand on my hip and just kind of gave it just a little twist. Not like wrenching or anything like that. Just a gentle little twist. And I felt something go in my left shoulder blade and something go in my right shoulder blade. And the way I described it to my mother when she asked me about it is that it felt like my shoulder blades had been taken off meat hooks. Like where all the weight of them was being held at one point, and like they'd been laid out on a table where the weight was being supported and distributed evenly because they just felt right after that.
Yeah, been there with my chiropractic stuff. Sometimes they just get a certain spot, and it just makes you feel great. So I feel you there. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. I am not great.
Oh no.
I contemplated postponing the show.
Oh no.
This weather has just screwed me royally. I am exhausted. I feel weak. I was nauseous last night. Like I'm all over the place. I'm even really pale right now. I'm normally pretty pale, but I feel like I look even
maybe
more
a
pale
little.
than normal.
Maybe a little.
I'm a little ghostly. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I assume it's the weather. I could be sick, but I don't have any like symptoms of like. I'm not stuffy. I'm not like I don't have the sick eyes.
The temperature has changed pretty drastically in a very short time. Oh, it's been insane. Yeah, like it was cold for a lot longer than it usually is, and then it suddenly got fairly warm.
Yeah, it was like 20 degrees the other day.
Yeah, instead of gradually getting warmer, it was like, oh no, we're just getting pretty much right into spring weather. And it's also been up and down a few times.
That's that day that it was 20, it was like -5 at night.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think my brain's just angry.
Yeah, no, I absolutely feel you on that. Sometimes those sudden temperature changes, humidity changes, your body is kind of accustomed to one thing, and then it's like a shock to your system to be like, whoa. Oh,
even if I turn on the fireplace or turn, nothing I do helps. I have moments of just like I've napped. I never nap, but I needed to nap. I was so tired. Yeah, it sucks. But I'm here. I'm pushing through. We have a big show to get to, so lots of good stuff to talk about. Let's get to some housekeeping first. As always, we are on Spotify, so if you want the audio-only edition of Press Pause, a gaming podcast, make sure to check the link in the description of the video, where you can check out... not all of our episodes are audio-only. We started it at like 20-something, I want to say. So everything from then on has an audio only.
Oh, have you not gone back and done other ones?
No, I thought about it, but nah.
Is it a lot of work? Because I have no idea what posting something to Spotify is like.
So posting to Spotify is not that easy or not that hard. It's just a matter of I'd have to go back. Like I don't have copies of the show.
Okay.
They're just on YouTube. So I'd have to rip it from YouTube.
You should have copies of them.
The problem is I don't have anywhere near the hard drive space to hold.
What about your What about
my server.
your fucking file server?
It's getting close to full. So if I start filling it up with 4, let's see, roughly 8 hours of content a week onto my server, it's going to fill up in like 6 months. It'll be done. So I don't have the space, and I'm definitely not paying for the outrageous costs of cloud.
Oh no! I would never. So I would never suggest cloud storage. Fuck cloud storage. If it's not in a physical like drive or something that is in your possession, you don't have that copy. Yeah, you can't assume that that's reliable. I do not consider cloud storage to be a viable anything other than temporarily like, hey, I need to send you a massive file. Yeah, put it in the cloud.
Now, Riverside does keep all of our unedited content there, so if I really wanted to, I could go back. But this has been a learning process, right? Mm-hmm. So I only started labeling things at a certain point.
Yeah.
So like everything before a certain episode is just like
whatever file name.
Take one. Yeah, there's just nothing specific to it. So it would be a lot of work. It would be easier for me to just rip right off of YouTube.
Yeah, that's what my layer setup in Photoshop usually looks like. Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 40.
Yeah. I'm much better as I learn things. I usually like put things together and become more organized over time, and I'm getting there with this stuff. But yeah, all the old stuff especially is just it's ancient. So yeah, if you want to check out our older episodes, you must do so on YouTube, folks. Yeah, sucks to be you. No, it doesn't. it's what they were meant for. So they're not. It's not going to hurt. Also, before I forget, we have launched our Discord community server for those that are interested. We have a few folks in there already chatting it up every day. We call it the Co-op Club. So if you want to join, hit me up on BlueSky. Hit me up on BlueSky, or leave if you feel comfortable with doing so, leave your Discord name in the comments of the YouTube video. And
I would not recommend doing that.
I wouldn't either.
Don't do that. Contact Trevor on BlueSky.
Yeah, that would be the best way of doing it. We do plan on opening it up to the public eventually, but for now it's invite only. But at some point we will open things up. All right, sir. Have you been playing anything new in the last week, or are you still on the Stalker binge?
Not really. Just working away at Stalker, getting close to the end.
Yeah, getting close to the end. What are you gonna do after that? What's the plan?
I start chipping away at the list.
Oh snap!
Absolutely nothing is, I don't think, going to be as time consuming as Stalker has been.
No, I don't think so.
There was also a big patch for it.
Nice.
Which took a lot of time to download because it was like 40 gigabytes. You'll be pleased to know that you can now assign the quick melee button to something on the keyboard.
Oh, good lord.
After 100 or so hours of play, and after it's been out for like 3 months, I can now break boxes without having to switch to the knife.
Boy. It's those little things that really matter.
Yeah, it really is. Rain is still coming through buildings. I don't know when they're going to fix that.
That seems like something you should fix pretty quickly. I don't know. That's sort of an emergent breaker.
Oh,
sort of an emergent breaker.
But it's been fun. There've been tweaks to the enemy AI and stuff like that, and the combat is now. It's definitely a lot less of they can see me from a mile away and hit me with 99% accuracy.
That's good. Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. We should have a topic of the week at some point when you're close to beating it or about to beat it to vote on what you play next.
Oh, Jesus.
Just be like, you come up with like a short list and then we discuss it.
There is no short list for that. No, the list is long.
Well, you know what? Then I will order you to play Mass Effect.
But I don't own Mass Effect.
Oh, shit. Well, then they're there. So you got to tell me what you own that is on the short list. And
do I still do my list for last week? Yeah, I do. Remember, I have on my list. I had Rebirth, Control, Death Stranding 2, Bloodborne, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Metro Prime 4, Tony Hawk's 3 and 4, and Resident Evil
It's a
7
lot
and
of stuff
8.
that's not out.
Yeah, but several of those things are
Oh,
out, and
Resident Evil 7. There you
yeah,
go.
I
Let's do
do
that.
own Control and FF7 Rebirth, although I do have to finish Remake first. So there's
Yeah.
that.
But do you own Resident Evil 7?
No, but I could remedy that pretty easily.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
It might even be on sale right now because there's a sale
huge
on
sale.
Steam.
Yeah, there's a big sale on PlayStation as well. All right, then. I haven't found my next game yet, so I'm still sort of surfing from game to game. I did play the demo for Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
That's a name?
Yeah. It's like a 2D Zelda-like, I want to say.
Okay.
I think that's how I would describe it. Except you are like a mouse and your weapon is a yo-yo, and it's all about things you can do with a yo-yo for your attacks.
This is sounding less and less like Zelda with every word.
It's 2D Zelda style, so it's that like that top-down sort of view.
Yeah.
And like it has that almost identical jump that you get in Link's Awakening. That like little flip.
Oh yeah.
Jump.
When you jump down from like a high point to a low point.
No, like an actual jump.
Oh, like the feather.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a jump that's like exactly like that, and like the yo-yo can like bounce off of angles in the environment, so it go like ting 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 ting. That's really cute and cool art style, and I had fun.
That sounds good.
So I'm enjoying that.
What are you in the mood for?
I don't know. That's the question, right? Because like, I'm. Well, what was my top games I want to play next last week?
Crap.
I mean, it was like Subnautica. It was a lot of games that aren't out yet. Subnautica 2.
Well, how about let me approach it like this. Are you looking for something big and long? I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I realized in the middle of saying
I'm glad I said no immediately.
Yeah. But then it's like, are you looking for something short and sweet?
Yes. Yeah. No, I think if I had the money, I would just play Astrobot. I really want to play that game. It's like comfort food.
Yeah.
You know, type video game. I don't want anything where I have to like sink my brain into an abyss. I've played enough big games lately that I kind of want something a little bit more simple.
Well, I have an easy recommendation for that. One of the Shantae games. They're pretty quick.
Yeah, they're fun. I've played a couple of those.
Okay, so you'd know what you'd be in for.
Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. That out. I'm kind of like, I'm in that lull zone, you know, where I'm not sure what to do next.
Well, again, there's probably tons of stuff on sale on Steam right now. Lots of little indie games.
There is a lot of games actually coming out on Game Pass soon.
Oh yeah, and there's that as well.
I'll probably end up playing Atomfall next. Is probably my next game. So that got that just came out. It's got reviews. It's not in our Metacritic check-in yet, but it got an 8 from IGN, and they describe it as Fallout meets Elden Ring.
Okay,
so that's kind of cool. It's basically an open world. It doesn't tell you what to do. You go figure it out. There's no quests per se. Like, there are quests in Elden Ring, but it doesn't tell you that they're quests.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's that style of game where you just have to wander around and figure it out yourself. So I'm kind of interested in that idea. So that'll probably be what I play next. Atomfall. There was something else that was recently reviewed. Oh, no. I do want to play Assassin's Creed Shadows, which we'll talk about later. But
yeah, that finally came out to what feels like zero fanfare. I have not.
It's doing pretty well. We'll talk about that in the news. But it's doing pretty well. It's reviewing pretty well. I'm just a sucker for Assassin's Creed games, so. But I'm not gonna pick that up until it comes down in price. I'm not paying $93 plus tax for a game. I mean, it's probably worth it, honestly. Like, those games have a lot of content. It's not like it's not worth.
There's tons of stuff to do.
Yeah, it's just, I know that every Assassin's Creed game ends up coming down like 50% 6 months later.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just wait and get it cheaper, and they'll work out all the bugs, and you know. So yeah, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo is really the only thing I've played new recently. I did again. I'm surfing, right? So like I'm still playing Slay the Spire on and off.
Yeah.
I went back and played or checked out Far Cry New Dawn, which was the Far Cry 5 semi sequel.
Yeah.
Because I played it for like 15 minutes and I was like, I don't like this. Back in the day when it came out. So I gave it another try, and I was like, "Oh, this is 60 frames per second. Why do I feel like it was 30 frames when it came out?" And I'm enjoying it. It's Far Cry, so you know what you're getting with that. You know, just like Assassin's Creed, you know where you're getting with it. So I'm enjoying it. I'm not hooked or anything like that, but I don't dislike it like I did initially. So I don't think it's going to be my like get sucked in game, but I'm enjoying it. Anyway, yeah, nothing crazy on my what you playing list at the moment. I think that's going to change very soon though, with Game Pass going crazy the next month. All right, we have no letter time. We've already done Happy Birthday video games this month, so let's jump into the Metacritic check-in. We've got a couple of updates here. The first of which is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Which is also in the news, but we'll talk about that later. It's sitting at an 88 Metacritic right now, which is identical to its user score. 88.
Is that Xenoblade Chronicles X?
X, yeah.
Yeah, I should play that. I didn't play that on the Wii U.
Yeah, I think I tried to play the sequel, and I was like, I don't understand this game. It's very odd.
X is a spin-off.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with the other Xenoblade games.
Yeah. It just plays weird. It doesn't play like a traditional RPG. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I gotta devote time to it. And it's a JRPG, so it's like a bajillion hours long, and I just don't have the brain power for JRPGs anymore. But it's doing really well. And it's in the news for some reason.
Says the guy who says he wants to play Metaphor.
Yeah, there's just something special about that game. That's the first JRPG that's pulled me in any way since Ni no Kuni.
Oh wow! So
and even Ni no Kuni I didn't beat. So, you know, it's been a long time. As I mentioned earlier, Assassin's Creed Shadows is out. Its Metacritic sitting at an 81. And for reasons I'm not sure about at the moment, it's sitting at a 52 by users.
Well, you know how it is. It's dipshits who are like, oh no, there's a black person in a video game.
Oh no, it just looks like these are all the Assassin's Creed haters that are... Oh yeah, well yeah, there's definitely some of your anti-woke idiots that call this a DEI game, which... Are you dumb?
So the thing that's crazy about that is they're complaining that it's not historically accurate, and I will not pretend to know the history of Yasuke and everything that he got up to in Japan, but like this isn't a game that is literally saying, "Hey, this is historically accurate."
Who cares?
The Animus
it's a game.
The Animus is literally a video game within a video game. Yeah. It's a virtual reality simulation created from genetic memories.
Yeah.
Like that's why when you go into the Animus, you can encounter people who didn't quite live along the same time period or in the same year, but lived in roughly the same time period. Or like one would have been a child, but they're both adults here or whatever. Like it's not about historical accuracy. It's, hey, let's have an excuse to have a sci-fi story, but also go back to a rough historical period and have, that as a setting for our weird MacGuffin hunting game.
The one thing I don't like about Metacritic's user rating is that you don't have to own the game to review it.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
That's incredibly dumb. It makes it impossible to trust. That's why I like Steam reviews.
Yeah, Steam reviews tell you if they own the product and if they got it for free.
And how many hours they spent on it. So like if you see a review that lasted an hour for an Assassin's Creed game, go fuck yourself.
You know that they have not seen even remotely enough of the game.
So these people are stupid and they don't even know it. That's the best way I can put it at this point.
The only time that system falls apart is if you own the game on a different platform, but there's no way to prove it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's such a minority case. Like most of the
especially
time,
for Steam users,
when people are reviewing a game on Steam, it's because they've played it on PC.
Yeah. So frustrating. Just scrolling through those user reviews, I just wanted to punch someone. It's just this DEI woke garbage. Like, shut up.
Yeah,
like,
people,
there's something wrong
are
with
fucking
you.
stupid.
Yeah. You're gonna call it DEI, but it's a game about people from Japan and a black person. But it's DEI. It's woke because it's
people. Like,
what are you talking about?
Go outside, take a walk around the block.
Stop watching TikTok. Stop reading Twitter.
There's so much more to life than getting angry about a video game.
And not even like objectively having a point.
Yeah.
You're just angry because you're following some dipshit on TikTok that told you to say that, basically. Mm-hmm. You're brainwashed into thinking stupidity.
Well, it's because there's an entire cottage industry of YouTube channels that are about saying like, Disney has got weeks before they go bankrupt.
Yeah.
You can always spot them from a mile away because they all use the exact same format of title of video thumbnail. Like it's so
with their face going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they've photoshopped big cartoon tears onto someone's face or something like that.
I really hope that I'm alive when the internet eventually gets like to a point where people are responsible for the shit that they say. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when have people ever been responsible for the shit that they said even before the internet?
But I mean,
existed?
there's so much misinformation, whatever you want to call it. There's so much like lying people out there that are just perpetually.
That predates the internet.
Sure, but the internet makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah,
because everyone has access to it. Whereas, if back in the day, if Joe Blow in your neighborhood said something, you'd be like, oh, it's Crazy Joe, But now it's like you have armies of idiots who listen to these idiots and just make more idiots. I guess it's just we're in such a bad place.
The solution to that is critical thinking.
I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong. It is. It's people being responsible.
The thing about idiots is that there's no cure for being stupid. People are either stupid or they're not. People can be uninformed, and that's different from being stupid. A person who is smart or intelligent but is uninformed can always be like shown like, here's the information you need, and you can make a responsible judgment call on it. And if they are intelligent, they usually make the correct judgment call. But stupid people will be stupid no matter how much information you give them.
This is why there was a mass exodus from Twitter. Because all the smart people realize that they're just in a cesspool of idiocy. And we're like, you guys stay in your echo chamber, talk about all the shit that you lie about every single day, and just you guys have fun alone. We'll peace out. It's not going to get any better.
Yeah, once the thing that killed Twitter 100% is when you were able to buy verification.
Yeah,
and that basically meant that you were for all intents and purposes exempt for the rules because they don't want to ban people who are paying them unless that it's absolutely indefensible.
Yeah, I would have been fine with the pay verified status if you were forced to use your real name. I'd be fine with it. Be like, sure. Now you're not some anonymous asshole. Now you have to be careful what you actually say because you could say some shit that's going to get you in some deep shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there had to be like some kind of genuine identity verification.
Yeah.
This is the other thing is that people who run like bot farms will just will just verify their bot accounts. And Twitter's got no reason to ban the bots, even if they know they're bots, because they're getting $8 a month from them.
Well, to get the original verified, you had to prove who you were.
Yeah.
Because they were mostly for celebrities.
Yeah,
right?
And that's what it was for.
Yeah. So it's like...
Now it's just premium.
Now it's just premium, yeah. You're not verified anything. You're just showing that you pay Elon Musk money. Like, congratulations. Good for you, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, we could go on for a million hours talking about.
Oh God, could we ever?
Just the absolute idiocy of the world today. Maybe that'll be a topic of the week for random encounters. It'll happen one day.
Yeah.
No, it won't. No, it will. Not. It'll happen one day. I think it'll happen one day once we grow to a point where we have maybe 4 or 5 shows, and it's not me on every single one of them. It's like a mixture of people, and then we'll be like, hey guys, y'all want to do an episode of Random Encounters? I could do something like that. Anyway, that's Metacritic Check-In. Let's get into the news. I'm going to start off with a big one. And this one is not being reported anywhere yet because I have an insider who gave me this information, which is really cool. So we actually reported on this. I don't even think you were on the show yet when we first reported this. When we initially reported it, it wasn't reported anywhere either. No one was covering it, which was crazy to me. Maybe I've talked to you about this before, but I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure you weren't on the show yet. So this is about 3D Realms and what we're calling the big box dilemma. Mm-hmm. So thank you to.
Well, don't name names if you don't know if you're allowed to name names.
He's okay with it. He's okay with it. He was the one who provided us with the initial story, and it's not private information. Okay. It's just he's in the right circles to have the information, and it's not against anything to say it. So Sim31, who helps us out on Wrestling Renaissance from time to time, helped me out with the story. So he initially reported about the big box scandal happening at 3D Realms. So for those that don't remember the original story, and for Andrew who wasn't here, the original story was that they announced big box editions of 2 of their games. One of the games was Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, and the other one was Ion Fury Aftershock.
Both, well, I don't know if I'd say both are really good. Aftershock is really good. Wrath it's okay. It kind of falls off after the first act. Mm-hmm. It's not bad, but it didn't keep me hooked. The first act was incredible. The first act was like, oh my God, this is one of the best throwback shooters I've ever played. And then I got through that first act and I was like, this second act is okay, but I kind of rescind what I said about it being one of the best. The first act is incredible, but
falls apart eventually.
Well, it doesn't fall apart. It just doesn't live up to what was there in the first place. And that game had a troubled development, and so stuff changed, scope changes and stuff. But anyway,
that's fair. So Wrath was released in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, and it had a Founders Edition that was limited to 500 copies, and it included the limited edition big box, the game on CD-ROM, an art book, the original
CD-ROM.
Yeah.
It is a throwback, so
yeah. They were doing that on purpose because people wanted physical copies.
Yeah.
Came with an art book, the original soundtrack, some metal figurines, a poster, some exclusive digital content stickers, all that kind of stuff that you get with.
I bet the art book is fucking sick because that game has some really good art and some great design in it.
Well, hold that thought.
Uh-oh.
And then the Ion Fury Aftershock had the Hail to the Queen edition, which was basically the same thing. So, you got the game, you got a figurine, you got an art book, a poster, a pin, a USB key card. Don't know what that is.
There's key cards in the game.
Oh, okay. So there was it's probably like a flash drive or something.
It's probably like a flash drive modeled after one of the key cards. It's like in Doom, you got the red, yellow, and blue keys.
Yeah. a postcard, a sticker sheet, and a thank you letter from the team. So Ion Fury Aftershock, I think, came out in 2023. So we are now in March 2025, and neither of these big box editions have been shipped to any of its customers who prepaid for it. And they have been knocking on 3D Realms doors over and over and over and over again, going, what the hell's going on? They kept getting the runaround. Customer service was not informed about anything about it. So even if you called their customer service line, they didn't know shit. So customers were essentially kept in the dark until recently. A gentleman that was in their Discord server by the name of Folk, I want to say. His name is F4LKE. I think that's Folk, if I had to guess. But he sent a letter in their customer service Discord saying the following. Dear 3D Realms team, I have been a 3D Realms fan for 30 years, and it is beyond frustrating to have to send this email, but after months of silence, I have no other choice. I pre-ordered Wrath Aeon of Ruin Founders Edition, originally expected to release on February 25th, 2021. The game finally launched on February 27th, 2024, yet there is still no physical box. Additionally, I purchased 2 Ion Fury Aftershock Collector's boxes, which were sold on October 13th, 2023, after the game had already been released on October 2nd, 2023. Neither of these boxes has been delivered. After years of delay, on December 12th, 2024, the 3D Realms community manager stated, quote, right now we're looking at the first half of 2025 for the Aftershock boxes, but for Wrath, we have a window of 2025, but we will share an update on this when we have more concrete timeline. On January 24th, 2025, he repeated the same statement and has not responded since. So that was 2.5 months ago, I want to say. And then before that, it was 4 or 5 months ago. Or no. Yeah. Since then, there's been zero communication. Not in the Discord support channel, not via any of the emails, nothing. So what's going on? This complete silence is more than suspicious. The community manager simply stopped talking to his customers. They're completely unreachable, and other key 3D Realms representatives are also not responding to emails. This is not how a reputable company treats its paying customers. Communication is all it takes. All of this could have easily been avoided if you simply communicated with us, provided a clearer timeline, and an explanation of the next steps. No capital needs to be spent, no complex measures are required. Just do what any other company would do. Keep your customers informed. He goes on from there, but he essentially says, where is it here? Where did it go? Where the heck did it go? Well, I don't have the direct quote for some reason. I thought I copied it, but apparently I missed a piece of it. And that's on me. But essentially he said if we don't get a response by July 1st, so they're giving him like another several months, basically, that he's going to report them to. So 3D Realms is based in Europe somewhere, I think. Denmark, maybe. Mm-hmm. And they basically said, if we don't hear anything from July 1st, we're reporting you to all of the like Better Business Bureau equivalents. We're going to take legal action, etc., so on and so forth. 12 hours later, an email goes out to all customers that essentially says Wrath Aeon of Ruin will no longer have a big box edition, and all customers will be fully refunded. Once you reply to the email, the next steps for your refund will follow. And Ion Fury Aftershock big boxes are still being produced, and they're asking all customers to reply with their up-to-date shipping information just to confirm that it's still up to date. So these people have, I'm not sure how much it cost, these big box editions.
To the customer or to make?
For the customer. I'm not sure what they paid 3D Realms, but most collector's editions are like $100 to $250. So it could be anywhere in there. Yeah, it really depends on what's included. But couple of things. So I do find it kind of timely that 12 hours after they're threatened with legal action, that they finally respond.
Yeah, well, they probably talked to their lawyers, and the lawyers said you need to make a statement about this and not sweep
Yeah,
this under the rug or something.
yeah. And then the other thing I find incredibly weird is why is it taking so long? It's not like this big box thing has like a what's that company called? Figure Four, the
I don't
statue
know.
company. There's like a big statue company that makes like $450 type gaming statues. Like they're super expensive and detailed and amazing. It's not like collector's editions have those. These are like collector's editions are just like stuff filled with crap, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean,
for the most
they
part.
did mention that there would be metal figures in the Wrath box, right?
Yeah, 5
And
metal enemy figurines.
that can be time consuming to get those prototyped and ready to go because you want to make
5
sure
years?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I'm not saying it takes that long.
No, that's a joke.
I'm saying that these things they are often they're not ready to go when the box is announced.
No, but 5 years.
But
even 1 year is absurd.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
a
it
year.
depends.
The game is out. I have to wait a year, and these people have waited 5 years for the Wrath one just to be told it's not going to happen.
Well, it does depend. Wrath was a game that was in early access, so and like I said, it had a troubled development. I can understand things getting delayed. By this long is not okay. I'm just saying, like in general, sometimes that stuff can take a while. But
sure,
no, this was too long. They should have canceled this ages ago, and
5
gave
years
people a refund.
It's just so absurd. Like, why did they wait until legal action was done to be like, okay, we'll give you your money back? Like, that's just a shitty customer facing thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then this other one, the one for Ion Fury, they're like, they're doubling down. They're like, yeah, we'll get it done by sometime in 2025. If I was anybody who had an Ion Fury order, I'd be like, no, you can give me my money back. I'm not waiting any longer.
Well, if they're sticking to their guns on that one, that might indicate that they actually do have something in the pipeline, and it's just a matter of getting it done. But the Wrath one makes me think that they weren't even close to getting that. So.
Not even remotely. No.
Yeah.
So we'll see where 3D Realms goes from here. 3D Realms had a new game announcement, which we'll get to in our topic of the week. Mm-hmm. So maybe it has something to do with wanting to avoid bad press. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was interesting. I can't believe that anyone would have waited this long for either of those editions. Mm-hmm. I would have canceled my order a long time ago. It's just crazy. Just crazy to me. But hopefully all these people get their money back and this doesn't get any worse than it already is.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Next piece of news. Star Wars Hunters announces shutdown just 9 months after launch. And the PC release appears to be canceled.
So here's the problem. I have to ask, what the fuck is Star Wars Hunters?
So it's a free-to-play, team-based like battle arena type game on Switch, and I think it's also on mobile.
So this game is the first time I'm ever hearing about this game is the announcement that it's shutting down.
I've heard of it. It's a Zynga game.
Okay, I've never fucking heard of it ever.
It was apparently pretty decent. I don't know.
So shut it down. Great, happened. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. When was it here? Game launched on Switch and iOS and Android June 2024. IGN gave the game a 7. But yeah, so as per what's going to happen to the studio, not sure. But it says that October 1st, online servers will be shut down and the game will be done as of that date.
See, this is why I never ever get into mobile games. Is because what's the fucking guarantee that it'll still be there in a year? And this is why I absolutely would never, ever, ever buy anything in a mobile game. No. Because are you going to get to keep that thing forever?
Nope.
No.
I'm sure they will not be doing any refunds. Let's see. Does it say anything about refunds?
I doubt it.
No. No, nothing about refunds. So, if you fell into that trap, it sucks.
Yeah, just like it sucks, but like what used to be a decently healthy ecosystem has just like any kind of online mobile game, if there's any kind of online connectivity or multiplayer aspect to it whatsoever, don't even bother. Just don't fucking bother. I don't care how good the game is getting reviewed. Those things have like a 1% chance of sticking around for more than 5 years.
Yeah, we'll see how long
Especially
Marvel
if
Rivals.
it's a Japanese game.
Yeah,
Japanese games routinely get shut down after like 2 years. It's mind-boggling to me that you would work on something and it has a shelf life that is like not even the length of a console generation.
Yep, crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how long Marvel Rivals, and let's see what is there any other recent big free-to-play things that have launched? There's a lot of gacha games that have launched recently. Most of them from the same damn company, which is also baffling to me. Who's that company that does Zenless Zone Zero and Genshin Impact and
fucking
never,
yeah.
Yeah, they have like
MiHoYo.
8.
MiHoYo, that's the company.
Yeah, they have like 7 or 8 of those games now. I'm like, who is playing them?
A lot of people, actually.
Crazy.
They're crazy popular.
And I do not understand why.
Well, they're apparently they're not bad games. I'm just never going to get into them because there's no guarantee that they'll be there in a year. I mean, obviously Genshin Impact has been very successful, but again, like that's never an indicator of anything.
Yeah, it's the exception to the rule, not the rule itself. Yeah, agreed. Let's see. Next up, big news for yours truly. Forever Skies gets a release date. Yes! And it's not very far off. Forever Skies launches April 14th. PS5 and PC. This is the Subnautica-like, but with like a blimp. I played the demo for it, and I was like, I think I played like half the demo, and I was like, "Yep, nope, this is a me game. I can't wait to play this. This game's awesome." So I'm super stoked. That might actually be my next game because it's not a full budget game, so it probably costs me like I don't know $30.
Yeah,
so that might be my next big one. You never mentioned any of this one to me, so I don't know if you haven't heard about this, but if you haven't, you're going to be very, very happy, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. Video game workers form the first North American industry-wide union with Communication Workers of America.
I did see something about that, yes.
It was unveiled at GDC this week. The article reads, today, a group of cross-discipline video game workers have announced the first ever direct join industry-wide union in North America known as the United Video Game Workers, organizing with Communications Workers of America. It's a direct join organization meaning any video game industry worker in the US or Canada working as an artist, writer, designer, QA tester, or programmer can join regardless of whether they are freelance or full-time or whether or not workers at their company have joined. In a press release, it shared its mission that it's not, that you can tell that I'm out of it. Let's try this again. In a press release, they shared that its mission is, quote, to not only build community and solidarity amongst video game workers, but also to build large-scale education campaigns about labor organizing in the video game industry, end quote. The group's first issue...
Maybe those are the people I can reach out to, and we can finally have that topic of the week about unionization.
Yeah.
The thing that I've been wanting to do for months at this point.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. Well, we may have to look into that. The group's first issue campaign will focus on the recent tide of industry mass layoffs, with workers planning to share around a petition at the Game Developers Conference addressing the issue. Additionally, they will host multiple panels, a rally, and a launch party to spread awareness of the union and celebrate its formation. They will also have a booth on the shore floor at GDC and will distribute a zine at the event.
Zine, yes, that is a self-published short form magazine.
Oh, okay. A zine at the event with more information on how to join. So that's awesome.
Yes.
That will hopefully help a lot of problems down there.
Mm-hmm.
And in Canada, too, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the 51st state. Yeah. All right. Next up. Split Fiction continues to dominate the sales charts, and now the Vultures... Jeez. The Vultures are circling to turn it into a movie. Split Fiction players have stumbled... Oh, no. This one... this one was the other one. So there was actually two. I'm gonna go back here and read the other one. Yeah. I forgot there was two Split Fiction things.
Oh, okay.
So this is the first one. So yeah, it's getting a film adaptation according to Variety, which reports a package is being put together in response to offers for the movie rights coming in from multiple top Hollywood studios. Variety sources stated that Story Kitchen, a media company that specializes in film and TV adaptations of games and other non-traditional properties, is currently assembling the project's writers, director, and cast into a package deal. The upcoming film adaptation of Hazelight Studios' previous game, It Takes Two, was handled by the same team. I didn't even know that they were making an It Takes Two movie.
Oh,
that's news to me.
Well, there we go.
So now we know they're getting two movies. Cool beans. Other Story Kitchen projects include the Sonic the Hedgehog films and Netflix's Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft, which I think is the animated one.
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I watched a little bit of it, and it was okay. Like the animation was fine, but I've never been super into Tomb Raider, so it didn't really
hook me. But yeah, they're not like known for their story.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing.
Yeah, the Sonic. I liked Sonic 1.
I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the other two.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. The second one I did not like. So Sonic 1 I felt was like really good for kids and adults.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic 2 felt like it was like specifically aimed at kids.
Well, so it kind of is.
Yeah, but like you can still make it fun for adults too. Like the first one, I found the first one entertaining.
Yeah.
But the second one was like there was just nothing in there for adults for me.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the third one because I kind of wasn't scratching to get to the third one after seeing the second one. So, but I should give the third one a try. But cool. Hazelight is exploding at this point. You know, 2 huge hits in a row. We talked about it last week, how it sold over 2 million copies in its first week. So, the other one that I was going to get to for Split Fiction was that players have earned a trip to see Hazelight's next game after beating Hidden a Laser Hell level. The article reads, Split Fiction players have stumbled upon a secret level that fans have dubbed Laser Hell, and it's so difficult that Hazelight is rewarding the first pair who managed to beat it. Co-op fans found yet another reason to celebrate the studio's latest cooperative story after content creators... I'm not going to try to say their names. Sharkov is one of them, and then... I mean, some of these names for content creators are just so... Like, if I can't read your name... because you have a bunch of numbers in there.
Is okay? So it's like a screen name, and it's not just their real name.
No, yeah, Sharkov.
Because I was going to say, if it's their real name, well, you know.
No,
thing to do would be to
I would not. I would.
No, but if it's screen name, people's screen names are fucked.
Yeah, some were terrible. This one's terrible. E1 lowercase u capital M number 4 Y.
Yeah, I don't.
I wouldn't even be able to guess.
That is a word minefield, is what that is.
Yeah, Sharkov at least is easy and makes sense. But geez, but yeah, so they are rewarding those 2 content creators after they shared their successful run on Chinese social media platform Bilibili.
Yep.
It's called. Their 3-minute video showcases not only what a successful run looks like, but also the hellish tasks that await inside it. Split Fiction's Laser Hell level is a gauntlet of demanding platforming challenges that sees players dodging up and around a series of laser rooms, but it is doable, and there's a special video for those who see it through to the end. As demonstrated by their videos, reaching the end of Split Fiction's hardest level rewards Mio and Zoe, or is it Mio? Mio and Zoe? With a clip recorded by Hazelight's own Joseph Ferris. Of course it does. He's a classic gaming dude. After opening the video with applause, he says he's super amazed by anyone who was able to beat the level, while joking that his praise isn't for you guys who are looking at this on YouTube. Wow, amazing. You have to understand, this challenge, there are barely people on our own team that can make it. It took us a lot of time to finish it, and I'm telling you, this is a crazy achievement you have done. It's a feat worth celebrating indeed, but wait, there's more. Joseph Ferris promises that the first pair of players to manage to beat Split Fiction's Laser Hell level and confirm their success will be flown out to Hazelight in Sweden for an early look at the studio's next game, along with a few other surprises. And he confirmed that on Twitter, congratulating Sharkov and person's name who I cannot pronounce for finishing the secret level, and he'll be in touch to bring them out to Sweden.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I'm sure you'll have to sign a beefy NDA, given that game is probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years away. But that's kind of cool. Joseph's got a good rep so far. Keep it that way, bro. Keep it that way. All right, next up. PlayStation 5 sales are outpacing PlayStation 4 sales in the US, but Xbox Series X and S are lagging well behind, unsurprisingly. The article reads, it's a mixed picture for video game console sales in the United States, with the PlayStation 5 still outpacing its predecessor, the PlayStation 4, but the Xbox Series and S lagging far behind the Xbox One. According to the most recent data from Circana, which I think is the new name for the NDP reports, if I recall correctly. After each platform's first 52 months in the market, PlayStation 5 unit sales exceeds PS4's sales pace by 7%, while Xbox Series trails behind Xbox One by 19%. You know you're not doing well when the Xbox One is beating you by 19%.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say, I wonder how many people are doing that because it's easily hackable, but like, is it that much easier to hack and put like emulators and stuff on it than just getting like a fucking Raspberry Pi or something?
What you're asking, like, why are people buying an Xbox Series at all? Is that what you're asking? Or
no, like why are people buying the old Xbox?
Oh
console?
no, that's not what this means. This means that at this point in its life cycle, Xbox Series is underperforming compared to what the Xbox One was doing in its lifetime by 19%.
I thought you were saying that the Xbox One was still okay. Okay.
Yeah,
that's my mistake.
Yeah. I'm sure there's nobody buying an Xbox One. I can't imagine anyone's. I can't. I don't even think it's on sale.
That's why it was so weird to me. I was like, that doesn't make any sense at this point.
Yeah. No, this is just in comparison to its previous consoles, where it was at this point in their lifespan. So PS5 is outselling PS4 by 7% at this point in its life cycle.
Not a ton, but you always
that's
hope
huge though.
You'd hope it at least matches it.
Yeah,
and the PS4 was doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's big because PS4 was killing it, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that PS5 is doing better while having a less attractive,
while having a less substantial library of exclusives,
crazy. I think that just kind of tells you how many people have jumped ship from Xbox. That's what that tells me.
Yeah.
When Xbox is that far behind, I think the last report said that the PS5 sales currently sit at 5-1 against Xbox. So for every one Xbox Series X or S sold, 5 PS5s are sold. That's how much they're getting destroyed. That's crazy.
Seems. I don't feel like those numbers add up. I don't doubt that the PS5 is killing it, but that's.
I don't know, man. I believe it. Xbox One tanked, and now I would expect Xbox Series to be worse because they don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? The only thing Xbox has going for it right now is Game Pass. And yeah, that's great, but PlayStation has PS Plus, so it's not like PlayStation doesn't have their own equivalent of Game Pass. So what does Xbox really have that PlayStation doesn't?
But I wonder.
backwards
I wonder if
compatibility.
the
I
people
guess
who were buying Xboxes just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just game
get a
on
PC.
Windows."
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
Because like pretty much everything that goes to Xbox goes to PC as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can use the PC for other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking of that,
I wonder if they're cannibalizing their own sales, which would then make the idea that an Xbox handheld would just be a gaming, like a portable gaming PC.
That's what the correction was. Okay, so this is a good segue into our next article here, and a correction from that report last week. So last week we reported that I think it was it Variety that was reporting Xbox has a handheld coming in 2025, and then their next Xbox is coming. Their console is coming in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was.
I don't recall what it was that we quoted.
But so I got a little bit of that incorrect.
Okay.
So, two things. The handheld that's coming in 2025 is the third-party one that we talked about, right? It's it's going to be like a Lenovo or like an ROG,
like a whatever
branded Xbox console, right? Like, or branded Xbox handheld.
Okay.
But Xbox themselves has a handheld coming in 2027 alongside their next console.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
So that opens up a bunch of questions. Mm-hmm. Number one, why even bother with this third-party thing when in 2 years you're going to have your own?
Yeah.
What's the point? Like what's the incentive for me to buy the Xbox branded Steam Deck or whatever the heck it is? When in 2 years you're going to have your own. Like, wouldn't I want to have the manufacturer's version? Like, 2 years is not a long time.
No.
For a console. So that's weird. However, in our next article here, it also all but confirms to me that the rumors that the next Xbox console will have access to Steam, Epic Games Store, and I think there was one more, or Good Old Games.
Right.
In addition to Xbox games, all seems to be confirmed by a Microsoft leak that they accidentally did this week. There was an image posted that said, it was basically an advertisement. It says, opening 1 billion doors with Xbox. And it basically was just a sort of a screenshot that had an Xbox Series S, an Xbox Series X, an ROG Ally, a mobile phone, a tablet, like all the places where you could play an Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
But eagle-eyed viewers looked at some of the screenshots on the phone, because on the phone and on the ROG Ally and on the tablet, there's it's like an Xbox dashboard. Yeah. So it's the Xbox dashboard. But when you zoom in, there is a tab that says Steam.
Yeah.
And I don't think they meant to do that this early.
Yeah, that sort of stuff does sometimes show up just as a proof of concept, but I don't think they would proof of concept this. I think if it is in fact going to be a Windows PC, I mean, whether or not they want it, if it's a Windows PC, you'll be able to install Steam, so there'd be no reason to not just officially embrace it.
If I had to guess, I would say that the next Xbox console is going to be it's going to have its own Xbox UI, just like the current Xboxes do.
Of course.
But it's going to be some sort of overlap with Windows. So I don't think you're going to be able to actually access Windows on the console.
Well, maybe not officially.
Not officially. I'm sure someone will eventually break it. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to have an overlay. And that's how they're going to be able to activate you into Steam and activate you into GOG and all that kind of stuff. But that seems to be all but confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
Based on this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of
where there's smoke, there's fire.
Kind of like how they're Android is Linux, but you can't really run Linux apps on Android.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a little more locked down, it's a little more controlled, but it's also open source, so you could kind of do
Yeah. You can figure it out.
Yeah, you can figure it out if you're dedicated enough.
With enough time. for sure. So I think so. There was some. I was chatting in our Discord, and some good points were brought up about how if this is true, if Xbox is saying, you know what, we concede the console market, we've lost against PlayStation. We're not competing with them anymore. And this next Xbox is basically a PC, but like consoleized, so that people that buy it are like, they think they're getting a console, but it's really just a PC. That will help with ports.
Yeah.
Because now companies don't have to, or developers don't have to develop for Xbox and PC. They just develop for PC. It's just there, right? And what does that do to PlayStation?
Makes it less attractive to develop for.
Makes way less attractive to develop for. So like this seems like a really intelligent move.
Yeah.
On Xbox's part to be like,
and
you know what?
Let's be completely honest. There already isn't really a difference between a PC and a game console. They're running Intel x80. Well, they're running AMD processors, but it's x86 processors.
It's a PC.
They're basically just running PCs without Windows. Yeah. Is what they're doing.
Their own GUI.
Yeah.
Or their own operating system.
It's not like it was back, when the N64 and the PS1 were out and they were running a completely different processor architecture that was closer to like a Silicon graphics workstation because they were using MIPS CPUs. These are x86 computers just without Windows. So it's really not that much of a leap to do. And it's also part of the reason why so much shit exists multi-platform these days. Like there's PC ports of everything now, and the PC ports are decent because they're not having to, redo cell code for x86 when they're porting a PS3 game or whatever. Like they're just it's by and large the same code base.
Yeah, I can see like if this is true, and I believe it's true at this point. It just seems so logical to me, even though I didn't think of it. But
honestly, it's always been kind of shocking to me that this just isn't what Xbox was from the very beginning.
I agree. I actually agree with that. Why wasn't it just Windows based right from the get-go?
Microsoft makes Windows. They basically own the PC space. Why wouldn't you just have a more user-friendly, straight to the point, gaming focused version of that? But still maintain Windows compatibility. You know?
I completely agree. And if they're successful, third-party developers are probably going to make their games specifically for PC, which most of them do. But like, why bother with a PS6 version? We'll have to say at this point, when you can just focus on a PC version. When it also is on Xbox, you know what I'm saying? Like they will still, I'm sure they will still do a PS6 version.
Yeah.
But it just won't be a priority out the wazoo, because it's like I'm just by making a PC version, I'm on Xbox and PC. Like
well at that point Xbox is basically just a branding point for your PC, And it's like what's the difference between a compact and a gateway? There's a fucking 90s reference for you.
It's totally true though. It's like this is the smartest move Xbox could make.
If they're in a bad position,
if they're in a bad position.
It's just the logical thing to do.
Everyone was telling them, you know what, just be a publisher. And they're like, nah, we can do better than that. Like I'm just saying, that's pretty smart. So maybe it's not over, And also the other thing that people were sort of speculating on was, since they have their own handheld coming as well, the speculation is that the console, there will only be one console. So right now they have Xbox Series X and S, right?
Yeah.
The speculation is that they will have a successor to Series X, so it will be a premium console, a top level console. And this handheld will be the replacement for the S.
Yeah, which is what it should be.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Well, I'm not sure I'd go so far as to say it's brilliant. I would say it's obvious.
Yeah, I mean,
it's logical.
Yeah, it's logical. It makes total sense. Do it. It's kind of what should have happened with this era. but they just didn't see the forest through the trees. They thought they could recover from the Xbox One gen, and obviously that did not happen.
Yeah, the idea that you would start with, hey, we have a high power model and a low power model is that was such a terrible idea.
Yeah, and PlayStation knew it. They were like, well, no, we're just doing one version.
Well, until we don't, but that'll feel like an extra, like a bonus afterwards,
yeah.
instead of
The Pro, you mean?
we're kneecapping you right out of the gate. Yeah.
Yeah. And if the 2027 rumor is correct, they might get out of the gate a year in advance of PlayStation this time, which would also be significant in terms of getting a leg up on PlayStation. So,
I mean, it worked for them with the 360.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you're going to make a move, you got to do it. You got to do it soon, So very interesting. 2027 will be a very interesting year.
Yeah, if this all turns out
if
to be
this is
correct.
true. Yeah.
But and,
delays also happen.
Yeah, delays happen. But
and who knows what these tariffs are going to do to the development of the next console? They could be screwed.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, who knows? That might actually turn out to their benefit, because then people don't have to rebuy a library for Xbox games. Like, once these tariffs finally go away, and they will eventually go away, maybe it'll be like, well, now we don't have to rebuy everything. We don't have to rebuy Xbox versions, because they're just the PC versions that run on this thing.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you thought they were out of the game, they come up with this idea, and it's like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward. I said we had Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition news, and we do. But there's a little bit of a bonus to it, should I say.
Okay.
So, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is out today for Nintendo Switch consoles, and some players are already digging into the data to learn more about it. One discovery seems to reveal a hidden mode enabling 60 frames per second, which is certainly cause for curiosity and speculation about what it could mean for Switch 2.
Yeah.
The modder Massagrader, I think that's his name, Massagrader, dug into an executable in Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, found what they called a hidden 60 frames per second mode. Modder said it seems to be implemented only partially, since enabling it causes weird issues. While it's not implemented in the game proper, the existence of this setting does spark some interesting questions. If it's not available, why is it in the code to begin with? While some stray leftover code could be one answer, some speculation about what this could mean for Switch 2 and existing Switch games is also easy to understand. Nintendo has already confirmed that the Switch 2 will be, quote, mostly backwards compatible. The official reveal of its next console said the console will play Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games, with an asterisk that says certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Switch 2.
Yeah, and that's just there for legal reasons.
Safety.
Yeah, there's always the possibility that one game will behave very strangely. So they always say oh, it's compatible with 99% of the library.
Yeah.
Just in case there's a few games that don't work.
Not only that, but games we talked about it before, like Ring Fit, just they're not going to work on Switch 2 because
if they're not going to have support for those accessories, then yeah.
Yeah, because the accessories fit the old Joy-Cons, and these Joy-Cons are 25% bigger than the current ones, so they're not going to fit in the Ring Fit. They're not going to fit in the Ring Fit. It's the simple things.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. If that's in there because Switch 2 is going to have if the game's going to get a patch.
Yeah, an enhancement to run. Which I don't expect that Nintendo will make that a big thing, because that's not really been a thing. You didn't get performance boosts when you played GameCube games on the Wii. There wasn't oh, here's a 60 FPS patch or anything like that. Same thing with playing DS games on the 3DS. It just historically hasn't been a thing for them. But if there are specific games, especially Nintendo first-party games, that are they're being made from the start with this mode in them because they're going to be launching around the same time as the successor, that wouldn't surprise me.
No. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Like I said, I would love to play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60 frames.
Oh my god, yeah.
Be amazing. All right, just a few left here. We talked recently about how Sony removed the PSN requirement for most of its games, most of its single-player games. Sony's confirmed that The Last of Us Part 2 remastered PC specs ahead of its April 3rd release date, but they've also confirmed PSN sign-in incentives and announced new content coming to no return mode across PC and PlayStation 5. So in a post on the PlayStation blog, Naughty Dog listed the features that support Studios Nix's software and Iron Galaxy helped bring to the PC version of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which arrives a year after the PS5 version. There's some features here about the remastered version that includes DLSS 3 support, AMD FSR 3.1 and 4 support, VSync and frame cap options, uncapped options, etc., so on and so forth. It even has support for ultra-wide monitors, which I love games that have support for ultra-wide. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice when they do it right, because ultra-wide is one of those things that can really screw up a game if it's not really built for it.
Yeah, I've played a few, because I have an ultra-wide, and sometimes you get a game that will put the black bars on the sides, and I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then some of them like stretch the image, which looks terrible.
Yeah.
But the ones that are supportive of ultra-wide, I love it, especially for like RTS games and stuff, because it just gives you so much more viewing angle, you know.
I was at Fan Expo many years ago, and they, at the Intel booth, they had one of the new generation Tomb Raider games. I don't remember which one. I think it was the first one. I don't remember which one that was called.
Like the reboot one?
Yeah, the reboot ones, like the Rise of Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider stuff.
Yeah, so Tomb Raider was the first one. It was just Tomb Raider.
Just Tomb Raider, okay.
Yeah.
They had, I believe it was that, running on like 3 monitors
to create 48 by 9.
To create like an ultra wide. Just to show off, like, oh yeah, our Intel powered PCs can do this. And I remember thinking, that's excessive, but also kind of cool.
Yeah. This game supports that, actually.
Yeah.
It supports ultra-wide, super ultra-wide, and 48 by 9 resolutions for triple monitor setups. But the bigger sort of news coming out of this is that they are adding 2 new characters to no return mode in Last of Us Part 2, so you'll be able to play as Bill and Marlene.
Okay, that means nothing to me, but...
Yeah, you haven't played Last of Us 1 or 2,
have you? I have no idea who those are.
Have you seen the show?
No.
Oh, well, add that game to your list. Bill and Marlene are from the first game.
Okay.
So they're adding them as playable characters for no return mode. No return mode is a roguelite game where you pick a character who has a specific outfit of weapons and items and specialties, and it puts you into, I think, 6 or 7 levels in a row that are like randomized with different enemy types and different goals, objectives, etc., so on and so forth. And it just you get upgrades as you go through. So it's a roguelite.
Yeah,
it's super fun. But they're adding 2 more characters to that mode, and they're also adding 4 new maps to that mode, which is huge. Because there's already a lot of maps, but adding more, I'm going to be playing this. There's no doubt about it. I love no return mode. It's so good. I wish, like, if they could make a game like that, but like it's a whole game is that. Oh, sign me up. I wish they had made that game co-op. That's the only thing that kind of bums me out. If no return was co-op, that'd be even better. But I think that the no return update is free on PlayStation. Yep, free downloadable patch version 2.0 on PlayStation 5. And that's going to be on April something.
April whatever.
April 3rd. No, so not very far away at all. And then on top of that, if you sign up for PlayStation Network on a PC, you will get a special skin for Ellie that features Jordan Munn's jacket from Intergalactic, their next game.
Okay.
So a little bit of promotional material there. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, can't wait to play that. I've already got it installed, waiting for the patch. Next up, Assassin's Creed Shadows crosses 1 million players on launch day. So it's doing great.
Okay. That actually kind of surprises me a little bit.
Assassin's Creed's big, man. You know,
I know
like
it's big, but I felt like people, like even longtime Assassin's Creed fans, were kind of tired of it.
Nah. The only thing that we were tired of, I can speak on behalf of the Assassin's Creed community. I've played every Assassin's Creed game. I love Assassin's Creed.
I've played none of them. No, that's not true. I played like 20 minutes of Assassin's Creed 2, and I got as far as I was born as an Italian virtual reality baby, and then I grew up to be a 20-year-old virtual Italian man, and I got in a street fight, and I was like long enough into this that I hadn't stabbed anyone yet, and I was like, what the fuck? So I shut the game off.
Yeah, the openings to Assassin's Creed are not the best.
I just look, the game is sold on being able to run around, like climb everything, jump off stuff, like pull dudes into hay bales and shank them. And it's like, why do I have to wait so long? I could just be playing another game that actually gives me what I want to do within the first few minutes of starting it. Like I'm not, I don't consider myself a tremendously impatient person, but I was promised that I was going to stab some motherfuckers, and I went too long without stabbing anyone.
That's fair. It's a fair.
Sounds like a Dracula flow thing.
No, it's so true though.
I was promised that I was going to get to stab some motherfuckers, and yet I haven't been to stab anybody.
I don't blame you.
Bugs are back.
I've tried to go back and play the older games, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to fall asleep just getting to the gameplay. It takes way too long. Yeah, the newer games are much faster at getting you into the game.
Okay.
Odyssey, I think, is like...
And you can climb on a statue's stone penis.
Yep. And its balls. Okay.
It's a very different version of Mount Rushmore.
Alternative history 101. But yeah, so Assassin's Creed Shadows is released on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. And just before 4 p.m. in Canada, Ubisoft took to social media to say it had crossed the 1 million player mark. So what they're up to now since then, I'm not sure. We're a day later, so I'm guessing probably 2 to 3. Like this game's, Assassin's Creed's huge. It's very popular. Assassin's Creed Shadows hit a peak player count of 41,412 people on launch day. So not as big on PC, apparently. But that makes sense. I think Assassin's Creed has always kind of been like a console game to me. But it's big. And I do plan on playing it. I do plan on buying it, but I'm going to wait until 6 months from now when it goes on sale for 50% off like they always do. Or maybe it just gets added to the Game Pass. Because I think it's either on PlayStation Plus or Game Pass on Xbox. You can play all of the Assassin's Creed games. So, including Valhalla. So, yeah, that's what I was going to say. As a representative of the Assassin's Creed series, the only thing that we were tired of was Valhalla. Valhalla was way too big. Yeah. That game is like a 600-hour game. It's fucking insane. And they kept adding more content. They just wouldn't stop. It's like, stop. Go make another game, bro.
Yeah, there's a point at which you just got to stop. It's what do they say on Iron Chef America? Put it down and walk away.
Put it down and walk away. Yeah. Set it and forget it.
At some point, you've just got to say, I'm done, and move on.
Let me see if there's like a counter for how much content Valhalla actually has. It's ridiculous. I know that. So the base game, about 148 hours. But the base game was grown to like insane amounts. Like obnoxious amounts. It's probably closer to like 300 is my guess. It's crazy. Like both with paid DLC and free DLC. The amount of free DLC that game added was just mind blowing. Because I went back to it after a couple of years and I was like, "What is all this new shit?"
Yeah,
It's just they kept throwing stuff at you. I mean, if you want a game that like gives you your money's worth, I can't complain about it. But
yeah.
But
you also don't want the game to take over your life.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so huge. All right, moving forward. Good Old Games has updated their list of games entering the preservation program.
Yes, and this is something that was talked about on that Future Games Showcase that we will talk about later.
Yeah, they mentioned a few of the games being added to the list. I have the complete list that they're adding for March 2025, and it's a pretty sizable list. So they are as follows: Silent Hill 4, Fear Premium Edition or Platinum Edition, sorry, Vampire: The Masquerade Redemption, Tomb Raider Underworld Anniversary and Legend.
I noticed Angel of Darkness isn't in there.
No, not classic enough, I guess.
Doesn't need to be. They've got more recent stuff than that. Alpha Protocol is in there.
Oh yeah, they do. Alone in the Dark, the trilogy. So Alone in the Dark 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, the original Alone in the Dark trilogy. Not that weird one with the incredibly, strangely good fire physics, but also that just let you skip around. Where they're like, it's like a DVD. You've got chapter select.
Yeah, the game was bad.
Yeah.
I remember playing the demo and being like, this is kind of cool. And then I played the game and I was like, what the fuck?
And I was like, this is, like, I'm really impressed. I can set, like, a chair on fire and then I can carry it by the part that's not on fire and swing the part that is on fire into a couch and that side of the couch catches on fire. It's super impressive.
Yeah, it's just a tech demo, though.
Yeah, but it's like, it's a tech demo for their fire tech. And they forgot to, like, it's more fun to fuck around with the fire physics in that game than it is to do anything else.
Yeah, the game itself is really bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you can answer this one for me. Also being added is Ultima 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Or 7. Is there something wrong with 7? Like, is 7 just bad? Or like what?
No.
Okay.
7 is the best one. 7 is far and away the best one.
Maybe they've already added 7. That could be a possibility.
Maybe they've already added 7, or maybe they've just said, there's absolutely nothing that we could do that would be better than what the Exalt team has done. Exalt is a program that is an engine replacement for Ultima 7. So it's basic. You can almost think of it as like an Ultima 7 emulator. It's basically a better version of that game. It doesn't come with any of the game's files. All that stuff you still need to provide yourself.
Interesting.
But it's like an Ultima 7 executable that has all of the bugs fixed, has a fuck ton of quality of life improvements, and is just overall a much smoother, better, more enjoyable experience that isn't like pulling teeth to get running on a modern computer. I have played Ultima 7 on a DOS machine. That shit was murder. The first month that I played that game, I didn't have audio.
Wow. For an RPG, that's not good.
Yeah, I had
you kind of want that.
I had no music because getting the music, like getting the sound driver to work for that game. That game had like insane memory requirements for back in the day, and there was like memory managers that you had to install. It was a nightmare. Amazing game, absolutely fucking incredible game, but a pain in the ass to get working on an actual DOS machine. Exalt, you just drop the files in and double click the executable. Boom, you're off to the races. You've got support for emulating different types of sound cards. So if you had a fucking Sound Blaster card, or if you had a Gravis Ultrasound card, you know, like which one do you want it to sound like? Which one did you grow up with? You know,
That's
you
cool.
can have it sound like either one. Like it's just it's awesome. And
Sound Blaster, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Maybe they just said, yeah, just get Exalt.
Yeah.
It's way better than anything we could do.
I'd have to take a look at the full list of the games they have on there. I figured something was up with that. They either have it already or they don't need to for some reason.
I do believe that they actually already have Ultima 7 on there, so that might have been it. But yeah, all those other Ultima games, it's great because those don't have Exalt's equivalents. Well, Ultima 8 has Pentagram, which is by the Exalt team. I haven't downloaded an up-to-date version of Pentagram in a long time. It's playable with the version I have that's like a decade plus old. But I don't know what the progress on that has been like. But yeah, Ultima 8 is also a weird game. But the Ultima...
That's a lot of games. Jeez.
It's a lot of games. Ultima 1 isn't very long. That one's actually really easy to complete.
So is 8 the last one?
No. 9
How many more are there?
9 is the last one.
Oh, so 9's also not in there.
Well,
unless that already runs. Maybe that still runs.
9 is bad.
Oh, okay.
9 was a game that was rushed and changed and restarted, and it was just... It was in that era of EA deciding, fuck what our developers want to do. We're going to tell them what to do.
We're still in that era. What are you telling?
Yeah, but it was the start of that era.
Yeah,
it was when it was their way or the highway. And they were like, we don't want it to be top down with 3D elements. We want it to be fully 3D, blah, blah. So there were a lot of changes that had to be made in a very short time. And it was a shadow of what it should have been. And it was also just not very good, which is a tragic fucking ending to that series.
Yeah, for them to never to come back to Ultima is kind of interesting too.
Well, there's pretty hard to come back to when the Avatar is done.
Yeah,
like your hero basically cancels out the villain in a cosmic self-annihilation. It's hard to come back.
They could do a remake. They could do a whole new story. They could do, there's a lot they could do.
Well, here's the problem with that. None of the people who worked on the original Ultima games are with Electronic Arts anymore. None of them want to go back to work with Electronic Arts anymore.
Well, I don't blame them.
All of them own the rights to the names of the characters from those games because they came up with those characters pre-Ultima. It was like, hey, I've got this fictional character who makes a game.
So they own the characters, but EA owns the name Ultima?
EA owns the name Ultima.
Why don't they just band together and create a game called Ultimate?
Well,
and just have all those characters.
Well, here's the funny thing. They did that.
What?
They did that. They made a game called Shroud of the Avatar, which, full disclosure, I was a Kickstarter backer on.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
And it's basically Ultima Online 2.
Gotcha.
And also it hasn't done super well.
Damn.
It's okay. It's still being updated. But it's changed hands and I think they
shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
It's been a weird situation.
Also added to the preservation program, Wing Commander 1 and 2. Well deserved.
Also Origin games like Ultima.
Deus Ex.
Good game.
Jagged Alliance 2.
I have tragically not played that.
Neither have I.
I hear it's an incredible game.
Mm-hmm. Fallout 2.
Very good game.
I'm assuming Fallout 1's probably already in there.
Fallout 1's probably already on there.
Yeah. Privateer 2.
Also a game I have tragically not played, despite hearing that it's really good.
Port Royal 3.
Yeah, that I haven't played.
Alien Breed and Tower Assault. Don't know what those ones are.
I've not played Alien. I've heard of Alien Breed. I haven't played it.
And Cannon Fodder 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah. I like Cannon Fodder. Did you ever play that?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I ever played it.
Cannon Fodder is, oh man, it's hard to describe. It's kind of like a MOBA in a way. It's like, you know how a MOBA is like an RTS game where you only have a few specific units? It's kind of like that. You have soldiers that you
it's an RTS, but it's like a
You know what? I'm gonna say a thing that is very weird, but is gonna probably be the easiest way to explain it to you.
Yeah, I'm
It's
looking
like
at
if Full
screenshots.
Spectrum Warrior was a top-down game.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. There's lots of games like that today too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then
but
like
this
I
was like the original one, or one of
gotcha.
the original ones.
Well, if you want it, I would pick it up now because it's 75% off currently on GOG.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that. I
All
played that a little bit back in the day, but I remember it being a lot of fun.
one of the things that they do when they add games to the preservation program is they put them on sale. So all the games that I just talked about
That's a
are
good
on
idea.
sale. Yeah, they're all either 50% or more off. So
And those
check out
games
Good
are
Old
probably
Games.
not that expensive in the first place because those are old games.
Yeah. Also, Ultima 1, 2, and 3 are a package, and 4, 5, and 6 are a package as well.
Yeah, that
So
makes
they're not
sense.
individual. Yeah,
Because those games form specific trilogies.
gotcha. That
Like
makes sense.
there's like a story thread running through those. Each trio of games in the Ultima series forms a sort of a chapter of the overall Ultima story. Although I guess
Gotcha.
with the later games it's more than that because there's Ultima 7, Ultima 8, Ultima 9, but there's also Ultima 7 Part 2, and then there's
Oh,
also Ultima
jeez.
Underworld 2.
Don't make
But
it easy. Don't make it easy.
no.
All right, our last piece of news is Game Pass update for March 2025. Coming to March. Coming to March.
March Madness.
That's what I have right now.
Yeah,
It's March
exactly.
Madness. Yeah. Coming to Game Pass in March 2025. Already out on Game Pass is 33 Immortals in early access. This is the 33 player online co-op
It's such a weird
top-down
number.
shooter. Yeah, I don't know why they picked 33. It's very odd. I
It's like,
played.
oh, this game has 32 players. We'll have 33.
Yeah, I played the opening of it, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. I don't think this game's gonna fly though, honestly. But
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could end up being like the next big thing for multiplayer. I don't know. Who knows? But it doesn't. It didn't like. Didn't grab me. Also added as of March 20th, so this one's already out as well as Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. I played this one as well when they put it on Game Pass because that's what I do. You put something on Game Pass, I'm playing it, whether it's for 5 minutes or 5 hours. I'm playing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically just I don't know how to describe it. It's like a Monkey Island game if you weren't pointing and clicking.
So it's like a Telltale game?
No, like it's more about like puzzling and like it's very interesting. I think I might give it more time. You're shipwrecked on an island, and you can explore the island and like there's like highlightables just like there is in like a Telltale game, I guess. And you can examine it, and sometimes it'll unlock a topic, and you can broach those topics with people that you meet on the island to get
Okay.
more information, and it just like unfolds and unfolds and unfolds and unfolds to until you figure out, I guess, what the mystery of the island is. I guess I don't know how like engrossing the story is. So I'll have to give it more time, but it's interesting. I like games that kind of just like plop you in, let you figure it out. It gives me a little bit of Chance of Sennar vibes,
Hmm.
but with a little bit more cinema to it because there's like actual people talking and like conversations happening and like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it seems kind of cool. I'm gonna give it more time. Coming out on March 25th is Blizzard Arcade Collection. Which games is that? I think that's the Lost Vikings games.
Not really a
Yeah.
lot of arcade games from Blizzard. It's a
Okay,
weird.
so yeah, this includes Blackthorn,
Yeah.
Lost Vikings, and Rock and
Mhm.
Roll Racing.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about Lost Vikings 2?
Didn't say about Lost Vikings too.
Well, why the why would you put just the first one in there? There's two of them. I
Maybe
guess
the second
there's
one
I guess
wasn't
there's
good.
also Norse by Northwest, but I think that's just the PlayStation version of Lost Vikings 2. I don't know why they made that name change.
Oh wait, there was a post release update to the game.
And they probably don't have the rights to put in fucking what was the Justice League fighting game they made?
Justice League?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's called, Justice League.
Was it just that? That's how they got the Diablo team, because the Diablo team made like what would eventually become Blizzard North. They made like the Super Nintendo version, and Blizzard made the Genesis version, or vice versa. I don't remember which, but that's how they met, and that's how the Diablo team became Blizzard North, and then went on to make Diablo.
That's when they were amazing.
Yeah.
Now they're not so amazing.
Yeah.
But yes, they did add Lost Vikings 2 and RPM Racing in a free update. So there's 5 games in that collection. And then finally on March 27th, Atomfall comes out. So in 6 days, I'll be playing that game. They've also added games to Game Pass Core. As of March 26th, Game Pass Core players will be able to play Tunic, Batman Arkham Knight, and Monster Sanctuary. And then finally, games leaving Xbox Game Pass at the end of the month: MLB The Show 24, Lil Gator Game, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. Great game. Hot Wheels
Unleashed.
It's a great game. It's so good.
I don't know why I decided to do the crazy taxi voice, but it kind of fits.
It's probably what they say in the game. I can't vouch for it. I've played the first one. The second one I played a little bit of.
You have 10 crazy minutes.
They added a jump button in the second one, and I wasn't super hot with that.
Open Roads. Game you should play Super Hot.
I have Super Hot.
Oh, you have Super Hot. Okay, then.
Yeah, I played it in VR too.
Oh, I bet that's awesome.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stay away from me.
Yeah, I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami.
That's like the remake of the first game.
Yakuza Kiwami 2.
That's the remake of the second game.
Yakuza Like a Dragon.
That's like the 7th game, I think.
I don't even fucking know. There's like 100 Yakuza games at this point.
Yeah.
The Lamplighters League and Monster Hunter Rise are all leaving Game Pass at the end of the month. So if you're playing those games, if you're playing one of those Yakuza games, just stop. A couple more hours is not going to get you to the end of that game.
So. Well, hold on. But you can there's also like Sega arcade games in there. What if you really want to play Virtua Fighter 3?
I suppose you could do that. I suppose that's the thing. That is the news. So let's get into Topic of the Week, which is the Future Game Show Spring Showcase that was on this past week. I've done a little bit more research, and I still can't figure out who was hosting this. Like, I know who the hosts of the show were. It was Nolan North and Jennifer English.
Yeah, but I don't know who is Future Games.
Yeah, like I don't know who put this showcase on. It says that the company is called Future, so I don't know.
Is that like the publishing company?
I don't know. Let me Google it. Who hosts?
Because there was a magazine publishing company called Future, and they took over like Nintendo Power after Nintendo stopped making it themselves. They also were like responsible for official US PlayStation magazine or official PlayStation magazine. I don't know if those are two different things or this whatever, but they were a publishing company. So is that them? Are they still around? Are they still doing this?
I'm on their website. It says the Future Game Show is one of Future's flagship video game showcases. So I guess the company's name is just Future. They can't just do a video game showcases. How do you make money?
Well, but
the advertising, I guess. Like it legitimately, like even on the website, it doesn't tell you who owns this damn company. It just says Future Publishing Limited. Out of Bath. It says Quay House, the Ambery, Bath. Is that like, that must be something in Europe.
Yeah,
BA1. Oh, that could be Canada. That's a post. That looks like a postal code. Let me see. No, it's the UK. So Future. Oh, is Future Publishing who I think it is? It is. So Future Publishing is a media company in the UK. Remember how I told you I used to subscribe to a UK magazine?
Oh, okay.
A UK gaming magazine. I'm 90% sure this is them.
Yeah, they ran
That's crazy.
PlayStation, the official magazine.
Yeah, they do PC Gamer. They own Games Radar, Retro Gamer, and Edge Magazine, which is the one that I used to subscribe to. Edge Magazine is amazing.
Yeah, so this is that publishing company that I was thinking.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, they're getting big. Damn, I didn't realize how big they were. Cool. All right, so we're going to go quickly. We're not going to spend too much time on this because there's about 80 reveals that happened during the Future Games Showcase, which most of them are indies.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of small ones in here. There's not really a whole lot to talk about, but we want to at least give them a mention. So stop me if you have something to say, and I'll just rip through. So things kicked off with Lost Rift, which is a PvPvE survival game on a desert island. It looked okay.
Yeah.
It's coming to early access later this year. Then they showed off more from Claire Obscure of Expedition 33. They did like a character trailer. I didn't actually watch this one because I'm already sold on Expedition 33. I'm just going to wait for a review at this point.
Yeah.
I don't need to know anything else. The concept is great. The visuals look amazing. I just need to know if it's good. That's all I need now. Yeah. You know, we know it's coming on April 24th. So I'm already sold on this game. I'm on Media Blackout. Then we had a weird one, Animal Use Protocol.
Yeah.
This one was freaky. It's a survival horror puzzle game coming to PC. It didn't look very complete. It looked like it was shown off really early.
That probably was.
The visuals were pretty... Ugh. But this is from the guys that did Stasis.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have much to say. Kind of looks like Outcast.
Yeah.
Just one of those horror games where you're kind of hiding.
Yeah.
Not my bag. They showed off a little bit more of Onimusha 2, the remaster.
Yeah, which I mean, there's not really much to show. Onimusha 2 is a PlayStation 2 game, so it's just Onimusha with better graphics and some quality of life improvements. It's not bad. It's just pretty straightforward. Not much to talk about.
Coming May 23rd. The only thing they highlighted really in this was that they are introducing a even harder difficulty setting called Hell Mode.
It's a one-hit death.
One-hit death. Good luck on that one.
Yeah, the like director of the game said, I haven't been able to finish my own game on this mode.
Yeah. Someone will. Within 24 hours, I'm sure someone will.
Yeah.
Because people are fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one thing. Someone pointed out that there was a guy who 100% completed Assassin's Creed Shadows within the first 24 hours. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, that doesn't seem actually possible.
I mean, he probably got the 3-day early access, but even then, 3 days? Like, what did you do? Play it for the full fucking straight 3 fucking days?
If you sit on the toilet, with your laptop
and food,
and you have like just a food slurry pumped into your mouth.
Even then, I'm like, those games are huge.
Yeah.
Half the time, when I was playing that game, I'm like, okay, how do I get to where? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of exploring. There's a lot of, I don't know.
He probably discovered some kind of like, if you use the dash or the dodge move like this and then cancel it, you can move at 5 times speed as long as you keep hitting this sequence of buttons. Dude,
I just don't understand
somebody finished fucking Fallout New Vegas in 15 minutes.
Well, so they must have found like some
that's what I'm talking about. They figured out like weird animation, like reloading bugs that allowed them to launch themselves across the game world.
I think
you can 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think you can beat Prey in like 2 minutes or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
there
didn't
are
like that
some
game though.
games. There are some games where you can just, if you know how to break them in very specific ways, you could just
Yeah,
jump to the ending.
yeah. I don't know why that's fun for people, but
I
to
mean,
each their
it's
own, I
fun
guess.
to see a game unmade before your very eyes.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I just meant like this guy who 100% completed
Oh yeah, no,
Assassin's Creed Shadows in 30
that's
days. That's
that's
not fun.
horrifying to think
Yeah,
of.
that's just. Ugh.
At a
All right,
certain
moving on.
point, you need to eat real
At a
food,
certain point,
not
you need to go outside.
yeah.
Like 3 days straight of
It's
Assassin's
like,
Creed
have you ever
Shadows
seen Clockwork Orange? It's like where they strap Malcolm McDowell down and they hold his
with the
eyes
eyes
up.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Not me papers.
Not me papers. So good. That's a creepy movie. Creepy movie.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah. Next up was Nitrogen Omega, which is a tactical RPG where you build a mech, and it kind of. So one thing I'll say about this game is it looks really cool, but I think it was shown off way too early.
Yeah,
Like
maybe a little.
it feels like there was a lot of animation missing and like a lot of like textures missing and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. But it looks like an episode of Power Rangers where they're in the mechs.
Yeah,
where he's in the Mechazord fighting something. Like it's kind of cool, kind of interesting. Then they had a really funny game, the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
Yeah, which like, did you get Chrono Trigger vibes off that main character sprite? Because I sure fucking got Chrono Trigger.
I was like,
vibes.
is that Chrono?
Yeah, it's like it's Chrono with like half of his head shaved and an axe.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that the game has like documentaries that you can unlock in the game about the game that are kind of like meta.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's the remake of the greatest game that it was ever made. But what was the game? Ooh,
what was the game called?
It's a mystery. It's like
it's not an RPG. It's a puzzle.
It's like a puzzle
game.
Horror meta. Like, oh my god, your memories have been wiped. I'm assuming, kind of thing. Or maybe this game was never real, or maybe it was a mind control. I'm just kind of spitballing here at what the grand reveal
Speaking
is.
of this, did you ever play Inception?
No.
That might be the next game you should play. That might be. I really want to know your opinion on that game.
Okay. Well,
don't look anything up about it.
I'll have to put it on the list.
Yeah, put it on the list. Just don't. If you look up anything about it, it ruins the entire experience. So just play it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. There's no release date on this game, but there's a demo coming April 25th. So if you want to check that out, not for Inception, sorry, and for the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time. Next game was I Hate This Place, an open world survival game based on the comic book of the same name. It's coming to PC this year. This one didn't look like my style of game.
Yeah.
But it is by Bloober Team and Skybound, who usually make pretty good games. So, yeah. This next one, though, looks really cool. Once Upon a Puppet. It's a puzzle platformer where you are two characters. Technically, you are like a marionette puppet, but you're also the hand that controls the marionette puppet.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to separate. It looks really cool. Coming to PC and consoles April 23rd. Not too far away. I'm going to try and close this advertisement. There we go. Then they showed off Revenge of the Savage Planet. We've talked about it before, so I'm not going to spend any time on that. If you like the first one, you'll probably like the second one. Then we had Inaya, Life After Gods, which is a Metroidvania. Coming to PC later this month.
Yeah.
Look, looks good.
Yeah.
Metroidvania's got to do more to stand out these days, though, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
I like that style of game, but I agree with you. There's
just so many.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah. It's like what do I spend my time on? It's not even about money at this point. It's about time. There's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah. If you do want to play two good recent Metroidvanias, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, it's absolutely fantastic, and Fist is amazing as well. Check out Fist. Highly underrated game. Then they showed off Deathground, which is a survival horror game with dinosaurs. So it kind of looked like Outcasts, but instead of running away from like a psycho, you're running away from raptors and Tyrannosaurus and stuff.
I kind of wonder why that hasn't been done more, because like Dino Crisis came out on the PS1, I feel like surely there's enough room in the world for 2 survival horror dinosaur games. You know, because they stopped making Dino Crisis games. I kind of expected somebody else to go, okay, well, we'll do it then.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that they haven't done it, the Resident Evil remake treatment for Dino Crisis.
God, oh, that'd be so good. Why not? Right? Why haven't they done that?
That's a good question. I remember someone asked them that, and their excuse was, well, you kind of have that already. And then they pointed to Exoprimal. And everyone kind of groaned. It's like, no, that's not what we want. But Deathground looks fine. I'm not a survival horror game fan in terms of survival horror where you have no way to defend yourself, where it's just like run and hide. That gets real old real quick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. You shouldn't be able to stand toe to toe with your enemy because then it stops being scary. But if you can't even pick up something in your surroundings and try to bash them over the head with, even if it's just to stun them and get away, then it's like, come on.
Yeah, if the whole game is you sneaking around and hiding, that for me only lasts for a good hour.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just get pissed off and frustrated that I can't just continue.
Yeah, my rule with a survival horror game is that I should be able to do in the game what I could conceivably do in real life, which is not a whole lot. I am not like a highly trained killer or anything like that.
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. But like I could pick up a rock and bludgeon, a crazed psychopath over the head with it.
Yeah. Yeah. The next game was Kingmakers. This is a weird ass game. I kind of skipped over this game. It kind of screams Twitch game.
Yeah.
Like streamer game where it's like, hey, you know what would be cool? Let's exist during the medieval times, but you have machine guns.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Like, no interest whatsoever. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it could be good, but it doesn't like look like our thing.
That's not our thing. Then Elsewhere Electric. This game kind of seems interesting. So it is a co-op VR and mobile game. So one player plays in VR, the other one plays in mobile, and you have to co-op to get through the game.
That is a very specific...
Yeah, that game's doomed. Sorry.
I like the gusto. I respect the commitment to the bit. I'm not sure how well that's going to do. I mean, there's lots of people with phones. That's not going to be the problem.
No, but it's so niche. It's like, not only do you need a VR headset, but you need a VR headset and someone else to play on a phone. It's like...
Yeah.
That's going to be very...
Do you both have to buy the game?
I don't know. It's a good question. Don't know.
Or is there like a companion app and you
will say, though,
to your friend playing the proper game?
Yeah, I don't. It's a good question. I'm not sure. I will say though, it is a game made by Canadians. So
okay,
support to you, sirs and
Meta
madams. Game comes out on Steam and Meta in the summer, 2025. Then we got System Shock 2, the 25th anniversary remaster edition.
Yes, and this is not unlike the System Shock remake that they made, which, full disclosure, I was also a Kickstarter backer on. This is just a runs on modern systems. Has a slight graphical upgrade. This is more akin to like what they did with Quake and Quake 2.
Yeah, it's just a straight remaster. It's not.
It looks a little bit better. It plays a little bit better, but it is still the original game, which honestly is probably all you need for System Shock 2, because System Shock 1 was archaic. That game was That game was obsolete.
Have you played the remake
of System Shock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I own it.
And is it good in a modern sense?
Oh yeah. It does everything that the original System Shock does, but without the multiple layers of obfuscation that old UI brings, because they didn't know how to do that kind of game back then, because that was one of the first games to do that.
The only reason I ask is because it's on my wish list. I want
you should absolutely play it.
because I've never played the original. So
have you played Deus Ex?
Yeah, I played the original Deus Ex, and then I played the new ones,
Well,
Human
guess
Revolution,
what?
and
It made like System Shock was made by a bunch of people who went to work on Deus Ex. So if you've played Deus Ex, you know what System Shock is like. Except like Deus Ex is the refined version of the System Shock experience without like the weird like. To pick up items that were on the ground in System Shock, you had to unbind your mouse from the camera and then click and drag it into your toolbar.
I'm assuming they've modernized that stuff because it's on console.
Yeah, they've modernized that stuff. The System Shock remake, it's just you get close enough, you put your crosshairs over it, and you hit the use key to pick it up, like it should be. So yeah, System Shock remake is great.
Cool,
and I can highly recommend it.
The System Shock 2 Anniversary Edition comes out June 26th.
Yes, and also System Shock 2 is always like that. You never had to like click and drag stuff into your inventory. Gotcha. So that's a big part of the reason why they probably didn't feel the need to do a ground up remake of it, because it's already fine. It just needs help running on modern systems, and it's not on consoles to begin with. No. So. And it's also kind of old looking and not very pretty by today's standards. Now, with that said, the remaster graphics are also not like drastically.
Just higher resed.
Yeah, they're higher quality polygonal models, higher quality textures. It's not like they've gone in and given it like full RTX ray tracing or 10,000 plus triangle character models. It just looks a little bit nicer. They've touched up some things. Some of the enemies look a little bit better. Some of them look a lot better. But it's like this is like a game that's not quite like PS, like I would say that System Shock 2 is like a Dreamcast level of quality graphics wise, which makes sense because it came out around that time, and they've kind of brought it up to look more like a PS2 game.
That's fair.
It looks a little bit. It's not like a massive generational leap. It looks a little bit better.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's
which is all it needs.
Yeah. Next game was Chains of Freedom, a top-down tactical military shooter.
Yeah, there were a few of these, it felt like.
So this one I delved into a little bit deeper. I'm pretty sure it's very difficult to tell from the trailer, but I want to say I'm 90% sure this is more like XCOM than anything else. I think it's a turn-based type of shooter, so
man, I really like XCOM, and I really wish it didn't have that bug that fucking deletes your save games.
I mean, they fixed it.
Yeah, but like...
Just don't play XCOM 2. Good lord, that game's bad.
Well, that's the other thing, is I wish XCOM 2 was better.
XCOM 2 is so infuriating. I couldn't believe how much they screwed that up.
Yeah, what's the point of having stealth in a mission if the first shot is going to break... Like, what's the point of having the stealth system? What's the point?
Well, the point of the stealth system in those games was to get your dudes set up in positions.
Yeah, but the first game already has that, and they don't make a big deal of it being, oh, you're in stealth mode.
Well, yeah, that's true. But the biggest problem with 2 wasn't the stealth mode. It was the fact that the random number generator was offensive.
Yeah, it was a lie. And to a certain degree, it was like that in the previous game as well. But it wasn't. It's not like it wasn't XCOM 2.
No, XCOM 2 is basically like, hey, you have a 99% chance of hitting. Oh, you missed.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. I rolled a 100-sided die and I got a 1.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You'll screw yourself.
Have you ever seen those
twice in a row?
Have you ever seen those 100-sided dies? They exist. People have made them. They're massive.
Yeah.
They're like the size of a baseball. Yeah. Because they have to be.
They have to be.
Or you'd never be able to read the numbers on them if they were the size of a regular die.
No, in D&D they use 100-sided die, but you just use two D10s.
It's like this is the
first number, this is the second number.
Yeah, this is your tens digit and this is your ones digit.
Yeah. But yeah, Chains of Freedom looks fine. Coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox April 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Bust Up was the next one. This one is a musical 3D platformer. And it looks hard as fuck.
Not the first musical game I've ever seen.
No. Looks fucking hard, though.
I'm surprised they don't have more games that are like musicals in the sense that like a Disney movie is a musical.
Yeah.
That seems like kind of an untapped thing. Like, they obviously have lots of music games where like it's like a rhythm game, but
I remember playing a platformer game where everything you did in the world affected the music. It was so awesome. I remember like you would jump and like a beat would happen, or you would attack and a beat would happen and it would affect the music. I was like, that's sick.
Yeah, Rez was like that.
No, but this was like a platform.
Yeah. I'm just saying Rez was like that.
But yeah, Rez did that. I think it was Rayman Legends is the one I'm thinking of.
Probably.
That was a great game.
That sounds like something they'd do.
Yeah. Billy Bust Up looks kind of cool. Looks very difficult, though. But very, very cool. Next one was... there was no release date on Billy Bust Up.
Yeah, not yet.
Mandragora was the next one. This was a side-scrolling action RPG. Mm-hmm. Coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, April 17th. It describes itself, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that describes itself as a Souls-like, and I'm like, I've played so many side-scrolling Metroidvania type games that claim to be like a Souls-like, and then they end up being like super difficult and annoying, and I'm just like, no, I can't do it anymore. So this one did not pique my interest. Kind of a cool art style, but that's about all it had going for me personally.
Yeah.
But clearly there are people out there that like these hardcore side-scrolling action games.
Oh, sure.
Just not for me. This next game, however, is definitely for me. Bionic Bay! This is the second time I've seen this one. It is a speed-running platformer where you control time in order to get through the levels. It's basically Meat Boy or Super Meat Boy, but you can control time and use it to your advantage.
Isn't that just Braid?
No. Super Meat Boy?
No, but I mean, like, side-scrolling game where you control time.
No. So, you never played Super Meat Boy?
No, I've played Super Meat Boy.
Okay, so that's what this game is. It's Super Meat Boy, but you control time.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, Braid is a platforming game where you control time.
I mean, I kind of guess, but it's not a speedrunning platformer, that's for sure. It's like a puzzle game. Well, I feel like Braid is more of a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Jonathan Blow game?
Yeah, that's the one where he cried in a dark room because Soulja Boy wasn't enjoying it in the way that he wanted.
And because the anniversary edition didn't sell.
Oh, no.
That nobody asked for.
Oh, no. Poor Jonathan Blow.
That was great. Do that again.
Does it still have the same magic if I do it again?
No. I'll just go back and listen to it on the when the show goes out. Oh no, poor Jonathan Blow. That's so funny. But yeah, Bionic Bay looks great. No release date. But a new demo is out now on Steam. I wish I could play it, but my PC will blow up if I play anything modern, so not going to do that. Next up was Shelf Heroes, which is a roguelite shooter where you're basically a toy in it's basically you're a toy like from Toy Story or Small Soldiers, but you're shooting and
Toy
stuff.
Commander.
Yeah, it looked okay. It was only like a 20-second like quick reveal, so didn't get a whole lot from it. Next up was Neighbors Suburban Warfare, which
I guess like a battle royale, but it's in a suburb.
No, so this is a team-based shooter.
Oh, okay.
That is akin to like Rainbow Six Siege, but like neighbors and stupid weapons and booby traps and all that kind of stuff. Again, this is the type of game that I call a Twitch game.
Yeah,
something that people will stream for a week and then, or it'll become the next big thing because of streaming.
It'll become the next huge thing.
Yeah. Coming to Steam Early Access April 17th, so not far away. Next up was Hawthorne. This one's been shown a couple of times.
Yeah, and this is the first time I'd seen it. It looks kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about it. It's been shown off several times before, and it still hasn't entered Kickstarter. So this game's a far ways off, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it is a survival crafting game where you play as rats. It kind of reminds me of what's that movie?
Secret of NIMH?
Yeah, it's kind of got a Secret of NIMH vibe where you can like it seems like you can build houses and explore the forest, and it's
I would have said Redwall because it looks kind of. Is it like a medieval thing? It looks like it.
No. Well, it is because you're so small. So you're like
Yeah.
making shields out of like tin that you find and garbage that you find and stuff like that. And I I'm not 100% sure what the idea of the game is, but it definitely feels like a Valheim grounded.
Yeah, they were
Rust.
like, oh, you're building like a little mouse village thing.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's of NPCs or if it's just other players. So if it's like a multiplayer game like Rust, or if it's like a
I
don't know.
Gave me the impression that it was a single player thing.
I hope so, because I would love that.
Yeah.
Looks really cool. But I think I'm going to keep my expectations in check for this one, just because it seems to be taking a long time, and it's their Kickstarter hasn't even started yet, so it just feels like it's a long ways off, which is weird with how often I've seen it.
Yeah,
so we'll see. It looks very cool. Love the concept. Next up was Industria 2, a sci-fi first-person game that is that evokes Half-Life. I don't even remember the first game.
I don't think there is a first game. I've not been able to find anything called Industria 1 or just Industria.
No, it's on Steam. Industria.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's only $2.99 right now on Steam.
Huh.
It's on Good Old Games too, actually. It's 80% off. Oh, that's why it's so cheap. It's on discount right now.
Oh, okay. So there is a first one. Okay.
Yeah, it came out in 2021. Looks like.
I thought it was like a reference to it being a second reality or something. No,
it is It's a very short game. It's 3 hours long.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why they're making a second one.
Yeah. It looked really cool, but not knowing the first game, I was kind of like,
maybe that'll be the thing you play if it's only like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the video here on Good Old Games. Looks kind of cool. It does definitely evoke Half-Life. That is definitely for sure. No release date on that one. Just coming soon. Next one is Roamstead, which looked weird. It's an open world.
It's a game that I feel like exists only because of the pun you can make out of the title alone.
Yeah. Well, indie games do that all the time.
It's a game where you make a homestead, but it's after the fall of Rome, and you're a Roman, so it's a Rome.
And there's zombies, because it's an indie game.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's an open world survival game, 2D top-down kind of view, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much to say.
Shrug. It doesn't look bad, it just looks like so many other things with
nothing on here looked terrible.
With a cute name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing here looked terrible.
No. Then we had a deep dive on South of Midnight, which is only like a week or two away. I did not watch this on purpose.
But behind the scenes a little bit here is we weren't going to do this for this week. And then I said, oh yeah, South of Midnight showed up. And you were like, it did? Oh shit, I watched like an abridged version of this instead of the actual show. And then you watched the actual show, or at least you jumped through it.
No, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So
I skipped certain things that I'm on media blackout on, like this.
Yeah. So anyway, South of Midnight looked way better here than it did the last time we saw it.
Good.
They, you know how they had that sort of stop motion-y kind of animation style?
Yep.
In some parts, the last time we saw it.
Yeah.
That still exists, but it's been tweaked a lot. It no longer looks weirdly out of place. It no longer looks like it's a performance issue with the game. Remember how last time we saw it, I said, this almost looks like the game's having frame rate troubles rather than a stylistic choice? Now it looks like a stylistic choice instead of technical issues. So it's been dialed back a lot. It's still there. It's still noticeable, but it feels like an art style now instead of some weird thing. So the problem that I had with this game the last time we saw it is now gone. Now I'm like, okay, sure, this looks cool now.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
they fixed one thing, and now I'm interested. That was all it took.
sometimes that's all it takes
Yeah.
to get you on board. You know, certain games you look at and you're like, ooh, that looks rough around the edges, and then you see it later on, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, they smooth it out, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's it. I'm you have my attention now.
And especially with this particular developer, because this is the developer who did We Happy Few. So
yes,
not great pedigree. So
we would love to see them deliver on the promise of the marketing, because We Happy Few had that, and we said this before. We Happy Few had that incredible first showing, where you're redacting the articles. Holy shit, that was
take your joy.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. And then the game comes out, and it's like, it's a survival game. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like a survival roguelike or something like that. It was something weird.
It's fine, but people thought that this was going to be a deeply narrative game.
And it was giving BioShock vibes, so people were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get like a good, BioShock like."
There was a narrative to it, but it wasn't. The game wasn't structured in a way that was conducive to that, and so. Yeah. But here, it looks like they're going to be delivering. At least,
this is a third-person action adventure from start to finish. So
so
it's up my alley. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it looks neat.
We'll get reviews from that in the next, probably not the next show. Probably by the one after 2 shows from now,
because it's coming out in April.
Yep, April 8th.
It is way sooner than I thought it would be, but I guess okay. They've fixed the thing that I had the problem with, so okay, sure, bring it out. Cool.
Yep. Can't wait to see more about this one. My fingers are crossed for Compulsion that this turns out to be great. Mm-hmm. Next one was I'm not sure how you say it, but I think it's Pioneer.
Yeah,
or
it's
maybe
Pioneer
just Pioneer
with just one E.
Yeah, and
I don't know why that is, but whatever.
And this is a stalker like.
I saw like an anomaly detector, and I saw throwing a bolt to check for an anomaly, and I was like, okay, I see what you guys are all about.
Yeah, I was kind of hooked on this one for a little bit, and then I realized it was an MMO, and then I checked out.
yeah.
So I'm
it's probably fine, but it's.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have no. Sure, go for it. But like, it's the second I thought I was told it was an MMO, I'm like, okay, so there's like a 50-50 chance that this goes away in like 9 months. So, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, but it's coming out sometime this year to PC. Next up was Hell Clock, a roguelite RPG. So the art style of this game is really pretty, but I've also seen it in roguelite RPGs 80 times before. So I'm like, I can't.
It looks kind of like Hades.
It looks like Hades. It looks like Ravenwatch. It looks like Death of the Gods, something like that. Curse of the Gods, Curse of the Dead Gods. That's what it is.
You got there.
So I'm like, could be good, but why did you pick the same art style as like every other game in this genre? Like, do something different. It looks good though.
I will say I don't mind another game looking like this as long as it looks good.
It's pretty. I don't want to play this game feeling like I've played it already because the art style is so identical.
Well, maybe the story or the gameplay distinguishes it in some way. We won't know until it's out.
The gameplay didn't look any different than Curse of the Dead Gods, but maybe go check out a trailer for that game and you'll know what I mean.
There's like a demo, I guess, coming or maybe already out. I haven't checked Steam yet, so.
There should be a demo. It looks like.
Oh, I guess you could find out the answer to that shortly, or I could.
You could, yeah. I can't. That would blow up my computer. I can't do that. Next one was Rivals Hover League, which is a vehicular combat PvP game.
Now, is this a spin-off of Rocket League, or is it just
right? It looks like Rocket League with guns.
Yeah,
I actually kind of dig it. Not gonna lie. It looks fun. The only thing that doesn't make me dig it is the fact that it's probably PvP only. Like there's probably no offline mode.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, which probably means it's free to play, which probably means I'm gonna throw it at the wall. So, but it looks so fun. We need Twisted Metal likes, you know. but not that they don't need to be free to play.
Yeah.
Why? You can make it multiplayer with single player stuff. Like, stop doing this.
Dude, can you imagine if Twisted Metal had been around in an era where online play existed on consoles?
It'd be huge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, they were going to make a Twisted Metal and then a free to play Twisted Metal. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
And they canceled it for whatever reason. Next game was... Oh, wait, when's this game coming out? Coming soon. We don't know when. Next game was Finding Frankie, a parkour horror platformer. So from what I can tell, because the trailer's not great at telling you what the gameplay is, it kind of looks like... What's that popular Korean TV show? Squid Game.
Yeah.
It looks like Squid Game. So like you're in first person and you're trying to get through like a psychotic running like parkour style, like get through this area as quickly as you can without dying, kind of a thing. Yeah.
I gotta say something here. I'm getting really sick of horror games with mascot characters as
just
the villain.
The Finding Freddy ripoffs.
Yeah, like I know that Five Nights at Freddy's got really popular, and people want to. I
said Finding Freddy's.
Yeah. Well, the game is called Finding Frankie, so it's easy to. But like,
Finding Freddy. That's funny. Yeah.
But it's like, can we please just come on?
It's time to move on.
Yeah, it's time to.
Let's get a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But if you're interested, April 15th. There's a lot of games coming out in April.
Yeah.
There was. I'm going to skip this next one. It was just an expansion for Mountain Blade 2.
Yeah.
So if you like Mountain Blade 2, they're bringing naval combat to the game.
Woo.
Cool. Yeah. Then the next one. This one was weird but gorgeous. Will Follow the Light. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game. I guess it's just like a narrative first-person sailing game, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
It was kind of
on a boat.
Yeah, it was kind of low on what you're actually doing or what the game is about. Yeah. But the trailer was compelling and weird and interesting.
Yeah.
And gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Like visually, it looks very
good. Yeah. I don't think it had a release date.
No, it's not.
Just wishlist now. Next game was Cloudheim. I've seen this one before. It's gorgeous visually. This game is beautiful.
Yeah.
But it is a co-op crafting physics-based combat game.
Yeah, it all sounded it sounds like an interesting concept, but the idea that you're going to be like doing all this prep work for something that's physics-based and thus could go horribly, horribly wrong, and you're like 20 minutes of setup could be fucked up in 20 seconds. It sounds like it's something that I would find really frustrating if something went wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I hope that there's more direct combat than they were implying, because otherwise I don't think I'd be too into this.
Yeah, it's a shame, because the art style is just...
Oh, yeah. It looks
beautiful.
Visually, it looks great.
Yeah. So we'll see where this lands. To PC.
It could be a lot of fun. It just...
Yeah.
I really hate it when I spend a lot of time, like, you know, like I'm laying traps, I'm setting up for this... You know, for this battle encounter,
it doesn't work,
and then just nothing goes according to plan. It's like, well, I've wasted all that fucking time.
Yeah. Coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, sometime in 2025. Next up was Section 13. This is a twin stick roguelite shooter.
Mm-hmm. A lot of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. So
it's hard to find something to say when you've seen so many. You've
seen one, you've seen a million of them at this point. So it's like, what does this do differently? If you are making a game and it is in a populated, overcrowded genre,
very populated genre,
you need to make sure that your trailer focuses on whatever makes it unique. Yeah, and because this just didn't do that.
It's not even about whether or not your game is good. Your game might be great. It's not about that. It's about people even remembering which game yours fucking is.
Yeah, because when there's so many.
If you showed me a dozen trailers for these games and asked me which one is Section 13, I'd be like, fuck it, I don't know. Is that even a real game? Did you make that title up? Because it's also a very generic name.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this game is probably not going to remain in my consciousness by the next show. Like next week, I'll be like, "What section? What now?" Because
we might remember it just because we're spending time talking about it right now.
Just because I'm having a little rant on it, but yeah. Like you've got to do something that's going to distinguish it. It could be a really weird name. It could be a cool gameplay hook. Please make it the cool gameplay hook and not just the goofy name. But like it needs more than this. Section 13 sounds like a fucking code name for your work in progress that doesn't have a proper
project
title yet.
name.
Yeah.
Especially when you're going to be in a showcase with 90 other games.
Yeah. And not even the only top-down game with shooting.
No. Yeah, that was my only complaint about this showcase is that it's too crowded.
Yeah. And we did hit the same notes a few times.
I had to take a break watching it at the halfway point. I was like, okay, my brain's starting to like not see these as different games anymore. They're all blending together. Like I'm not going to be able to remember which one's which.
Not overstuffing your showcase. Like sometimes we complain when a showcase doesn't actually have that much in it. But then there's the opposite problem when you just flood people with titles and it's hard to keep them all straight.
And there were times in the showcase where they showed off like 6 20-second trailers in a row.
Yeah,
like, bam, bam,
there
bam,
was
bam,
a
bam,
sizzle
bam.
reel
Like,
towards the end.
Yeah, which I didn't even watch the sizzle reel, so I can't even comment on. There
was a neat looking game in there that I mentioned in a text to you. We'll talk about when we get it.
Okay. But yeah. So yeah, if you're interested in Section 13, comes out in May to PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Next up was Metal Eden. We've seen this one before. Yes. Comes out on May 6th.
Looks okay.
Yeah, the original trailer got me hooked on it more than this one did. This one I was just like, oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Looks okay.
It's a shooter with like a not quite an anime aesthetic, but very clearly like anime inspired.
Anime inspired.
Like I look at this and I see like a lot of
is it Akira?
No. I think of like Bubblegum Crisis. Or maybe even a bit of Appleseed, like anything when you have people wearing armored suits with jetpacks and stuff.
Yeah, and these ones have like wings.
Yeah.
We'll see what that one comes.
Yeah,
how that comes about. It doesn't. When I'm looking at it, like it doesn't. I was never like, oh, this is a single player game, But it is a single player game. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, huh, okay. Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Next up was Bandit Trap.
Which also sounds like a fucking project name.
Yeah, not a good name. Game looks kind of interesting, though. It's a multiplayer game where one player plays as a trapper who, like, traps a house or a building, and the other players, I'm not sure if there's one or two other players, they're like thieves who have to get in the house and steal 10 things and try to avoid the traps that the trap is leaving behind. Kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, it's like almost like a Home Alone game.
Yeah,
like a good one, not one of the shitty ones from back. in the day.
Not those side scrollers.
Yeah.
No release date. Then we had Neon Abyss
coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Then we had Neon Abyss 2. I wasn't a big fan of the first one, so
I have not played the first one.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, I think. Or PS Plus, one of the two, and I was like, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's like an action in your face side scrolling craziness.
Yeah,
if I recall it correctly. Next up, I was highly interested in The Last Caretaker.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
A survival game starring a lonely robot. It's coming soon to PC. I love these types of games that are like puzzle oriented and have like a cute or cool or intriguing story. Mm-hmm. So like this game, at least from what I can tell, falls into the category of like Talos Principle and Entropy Center and those kind of games. Kind
of like Wall-E kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're this last little robot doing its thing still.
Yeah. Kind of cool. So keep an eye on that one. No release date, just coming soon to PC. Next up, I thought you'd be interested in this one. Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days.
Yeah.
It's a This War of Mine.
Yeah,
Like,
that is exactly what I thought of when I saw it. And in
yep,
fact, I was wondering, like, is this a sequel to this War of Mine? And then I saw the zombies, and I was like,
yeah, nope,
okay, no. But it's this War of Mine with zombies, basically,
yeah,
which
which
was
kind of
which
cool.
was a game that we were both really really big fans of.
Yeah, it's a very hard game, but whether this one will be, I'm not sure. But it has
Yeah,
really good graphics,
yeah,
visual, impressive.
yeah.
I love that ending to the trailer when she's running away from the people, and then she runs into a room of zombies, and she's like, "Okay, not going through there." And then she turns around, and the guy's coming at her, and she's like, "Well, I can either go with the zombies or I can fight you." And she decides to fight him, and the trailer ends with her stabbing the guy with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of good trailer. Good trailer. Steam Early Access launch April 9th. There's a lot of PC games in here, unfortunately for me.
Gotta get a better computer. Yeah. Maybe you'll get the next Xbox.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. The next one was Locomoto, which I want to play it right now.
It looks like Animal Crossing, but on a train.
Yeah, you are maintaining a train and traveling from town to town and upgrading your train and assisting the passengers, and
Yeah.
I want to play it right now.
Yeah, it looks kind of neat.
April 8th for PC and Switch. Or Switch releases later this year.
But it is coming to Switch.
Which makes me wonder if it's a Switch 2 release a little bit. I'm like,
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it'll work either way.
It'll work on both. Yeah, that's true. Next up was Karma the Dark World, which I've played. I've played this game. I played the demo. It's okay.
Okay.
It is a horror suspense game where you first person where you're like put into a machine and you go into the mind of like murderers or like victims of murderers or something.
Oh, okay.
And see what happened to them.
Oh, yeah. That's like that one
dark
episode of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex that they didn't air on YTV because
too dark.
Yeah, it was too dark. The serial killer would distribute videos of the killings from the perspective of the victims. Also, the victims were skinned alive. They were only killings because the police didn't get there soon enough to save them.
That doesn't sound like a YTV appropriate episode.
You can understand why they cut that episode from the broadcast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a good episode, but it's
not for kids.
It's not even that graphic of an episode because they don't like show it, but like it's
the idea of it's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah. I didn't like the demo. It felt. I don't want to be insulting to the devs because I know they work hard, but
yeah,
it felt a little off. You can tell this game was not made in an English-speaking country, because the lip sync is a little bit off, and your character at one point your character has a conversation with someone else, and their sentences overlap each other a little bit.
Oh, because it's timed for the other language.
Because it's timed for the other language.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
It's just
you gotta fix that, guys. I know it's tough because you're gonna have a lot of dialogue in a game, but you gotta fucking watch out for that.
Yeah. But it's coming to PC and PlayStation 5 March 27th, so only 6 days away.
Yeah, it's quite soon.
And the demo's out right now, so you can check it out and see if it's up your alley. Then we had the montage. Was there anything you wanted to...
And the one that stuck out to me, there was Eclipsium, White Knuckle, Weenie Wise, Paper Sky, Mother Machine, and Artist Impact. And Paper Sky was the one that stood out to me because you're a paper plane, but you also like crumple up, and I guess you can take like slightly different shapes of paper planes or something. It kind of reminded me of Flower on the PS3. where you're
I was going to say flower or
you're technically
Exo
flower
1.
petals, but you're really the wind, and you're just carrying the flower petals. It kind of gave me flower vibes, and I liked flower.
Yeah, flower's great.
So
okay,
this one I looked at and I was like, okay, yeah, that might be neat.
Whatever happened to that company, that developer that made?
You mean that game company? Isn't that what they were called?
Yeah, they made Flow, Flower, Journey, and then Sky, and then they disappeared.
I don't know. Let's fucking find out right now. We have the technology.
That game company. Games. Yeah, they're still advertising Sky, so I guess they're just still supporting Sky. Weird.
Oh, wow. They got according to this, they've got like 200 employees? Or less than 200, but still.
Like, and they're still hiring, according to their website.
Oh.
So they must be gearing up for whatever's next. But...
yeah, maybe they just haven't announced whatever's next.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, I played Flower. Yeah. That was pretty good. I didn't finish Journey. I have been meaning to go back and finish that game.
It's good.
Yeah, but what I played, I liked. It's gorgeous visually.
Yep, good ending. It's got a good ending.
Yeah. I kind of know how Journey ends because it's been out for like a decade. So it's kind of hard to not find out what the story is in that time. But it's
Sky is not good. Don't play Sky.
Well,
it's an online free to play. Why did they make this type of game? Of game.
Oh yeah, it says here they are working on their 5th game, which has been described as like a theme park.
Okay, whatever that means. When it comes to their games, that could mean literally anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, their like games are kind of theme parkish already.
Yeah, you just go for a ride.
Yeah, that is exactly what you do.
Yep.
But yeah, so if it's got Flower vibes, it's got a thumbs up from me. I like Flower.
Fair enough. Next up was Frosthaven. So this is a virtual video game adaptation to the board game.
Yeah, which I've never heard of, but there's like 1 billion board games out there that are coming out every year that I've never heard of, and apparently a lot of them are really good.
I could be wrong, but I think Frosthaven is the sequel to Gloomhaven, which is very popular. But I don't know for sure. But I would have to assume based on the name, but I don't know 100%. I was not a Gloomhaven fan, but I love board games though. Let me tell you, love me some board games. I got a bunch. I don't know if you can see them, but
the next time we get together, we should play one of those. I have not played a board game in fucking like 20 years.
Don't have any that are 2-player.
Oh, are they all like 4-player or something?
Yeah, they're all 3 to like 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they're like deep, like 6-hour type board
games.
Okay. I don't typically buy board games that are like you take it out, you play for half an hour, and then you put it away, kind of.
Yeah.
I do have Munchkin, but I don't think that's really great with 2 people. I've Forbidden Island and Forbidden Desert, but
do you have Fireball Island?
No.
Do you remember Fireball Island? It was the game with the you were trying to get up. It had like the molded board. It wasn't just a flat board. It was one of these games that uses physics, where you had balls that would roll down and could knock over like player pieces.
I've got balls that can roll down and break player pieces.
Okay. Settle down. You know these balls come out of a stone idol's mouth, right? So you'd have to stick them in there.
This got dark real quick. All right. It's Frosthaven's coming to PC. No release date. Next up was Standalone, a cyberpunk side-scrolling action game. Again, this is another one that falls into that same category we were talking about earlier about twin stick shooters, where it's like, I don't know what this game is. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many side-scrolling action games. It's like, okay, well, what makes you unique? I don't fucking know, and your trailer didn't really tell me. So, sorry. It looks pretty, but I don't think there was a single game on this list that looked ugly.
No,
So,
no.
Next up was Mecha Break, which
Yep,
we've seen before.
Which we've seen before.
Yep, just a multiplayer Armored Core type experience.
Yeah.
Then we had Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson. This one's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed at this trailer. So, it's a turn-based RPG where you eliminate enemies with the power of rock.
Yep.
And it was really, really hilarious. I don't know how good the game will be, but it is so funny. That trailer is so funny. Yeah. Next up was Crown. Oh wait, was there a release date on that? May 22nd for Fretless. Then we had Crown Gambit, which is a card-based combat game. I like card games, but this one is like one of those ones where I'm like, it's too complicated for me.
Yeah. Do you remember that period? It was during the existence of the GameCube where there were a lot of video games that were card games, but they weren't really card games. They had cards in them. Like there was Batten Kaitos and Lost Kingdom and fucking Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on the GBA.
There was also that one that used like actual cards.
Oh,
it was on the PlayStation, I think. PS2, PS3.
Was it Eye of Judgment?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird time.
Yeah.
That was a weird time.
And then of course there was fucking Phantasy Star Online Card Revolution, which takes this action RPG that I loved and turned it into a fucking card game.
Was Phantom Dust kind of a card game?
I never played Phantom Dust.
Okay. That's fair.
Penny Arcade had a comic where it was like, oh, so we fight with pictures of swords instead of swords now? I bet you fucking love this. And the other guy was like, I'm going to love kicking your ass, assuming a roll of 5 or higher.
Yeah. I like card games, but it has to be specific type of card game.
Yeah.
Crown Gambit, not my kind of deal.
I will say, Lost Kingdom was pretty good. It wasn't like the best game I ever played on the GameCube, but it was a decent one.
Yeah.
Chain of Memories was also fine. It's the only Kingdom Hearts game I've ever played.
Oh, God. I've only played the first one and a little bit of the second one. Thank God.
I mean, technically, I've played
I played the third one and I nearly killed myself.
Because Chain of Memories is just a remake of the first one.
Oh, okay.
But it's also a sequel.
Just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. Don't even start me on that train. Fucking so stupid. Crown Gambit comes to PC this summer. Next up was Rave, Kingdom on the Distant Shores, which is a
city builder for furries.
Yeah. This is another thing where I'm like, this falls into the twin stick shooter thing as well. It's like, how many city builders on Steam?
Well, this is the one that distinguishes itself. Everyone's a furry.
Yeah, but there's already Timberborn, which is
oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's fucked. Like, yeah, there's one about beavers, so now you just have one about foxes. It's like, I'm just so over. I love city builders. Don't get me wrong. City builders are so fun.
You've talked about your love of city builders before.
Love Banished. Yeah. I saw this and I was like, oh look, another one.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I mean, the art style looked good. But that's like the 5th time we've said that about a game now.
Yeah, like
as like a consolation point.
When there's 90 games shown in the showcase and every single one looks good, then you need something else to set you apart.
Yeah.
Anyway, coming soon to PC. No release date.
Yeah.
Then we got a deep dive for Reanimal, which is the new game from the Little Nightmares team.
Yeah.
I also went media black on this one because you don't need to sell me on these guys. They know what they're doing. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 is fantastic. So I've seen enough. I don't need to see anything more. Looks great. Coming soon to PC and consoles. No release date though, which come on, give me that game. The game looks so good. The next one I skipped, it was FBC Firebreak. This is the multiplayer shooter from Remedy that's based in the Control universe.
Yeah, and from Bloober Team, apparently. Oh, no, sorry. That was the next one. I scrolled too far.
Yeah, no, Remedy's taking this one. Yeah,
Firebreak.
It's another free-to-play multiplayer shooter. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Chronos.
Chronos, though.
Yeah, that's the one. that I
Yeah,
was
so
talking about.
this is the Dead Space like.
Yeah, weird that Bloober Team has 2 games in this showcase.
Yeah, they're growing. They
Yeah,
must have 2 teams at this point,
I
which
guess.
is funny. So why aren't they called Bloober teams?
Oh, hey, that's a joke I would make. You got there first.
I did. So it's a time traveling survival horror game. So I guess it's like you put on this suit and you travel through time. I'm not sure what the specifics of why you're doing that
What an
is.
incredible deduction you've just made.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just trying to figure out like why they're doing that. I guess it's an alternative history game, but like, is it you're going back in time to cause things to
The
happen, or is
alternative
it
history, or prevent the alternative
or to
history?
prevent the alter? Yeah, exactly.
Or is that just not relevant? Is the alternative history the fact that we have time travel?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know. It looks cool though. And I still haven't played Silent Hill 2, so I don't know how much I would like their action more. Like I played their previous games, Layers of Fear, which are fucking terrifying games. But I haven't played their more action oriented ones. But Silent Hill 2 has great reviews. People like it, so I guess this is just their next forte into action horror, or survival horror. I guess is what they're saying. But
Yeah.
coming to PC and consoles this year sometime. And then speaking of 3D Realms, who we talked about earlier today.
Yeah, so last week I joked that maybe People Could Fly was going to make another Painkiller game, and then I never imagined at the time that would come back to actually kind of prove to be true. So there's a new Painkiller game coming. It's not coming from People Can Fly.
No.
Saber Interactive and 3D Realms are making it, which when I first saw this, I was like, what is this? And then it was like, it's back. And I was like, okay, so it's something existing. And then I saw a spinning blade on what looked like a gun. I was like, oh, this is a fucking Painkiller game, isn't it? And then it's like, to bring the pain. I was like, okay, this is definitely Painkiller. This is so Painkiller. And it is Painkiller.
So there's a couple of things about this one. So number one, they claim that it's being made by Saber Interactive and 3D Realms, but 3D Realms doesn't have a development team.
No.
So it's just really Saber, and 3D Realms is just being like, hey, here's the IP, I guess. Yeah. Assuming they own the IP. I have to assume they do so.
Oh, this is another fucking Embracer Group thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, who the fuck knows?
It looks like Doom to me.
Yeah.
Like modern Doom.
Yeah.
So could be good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Painkiller, the original. That was fun. It was kind of basic. You go into big arenas and fight enemies, but the weapons in the game is what made it stand out. Just a weird arsenal, really fun arsenal. I've mentioned my love of the stake launcher before.
Yes,
and then there's the Painkiller, which is like a weed whacker that you can shoot, and then if you line up your point of view with it, it creates like a damaging laser that enemies walk through. Laser. It was just a weird arsenal, but like kind of like that's the fun part. That's just such a fucking weird collection of weapons. And it kind of looks like they might be keeping that up because I saw some pretty wacky shit in this trailer. So,
yeah,
if you ask me, that's the thing to do. If it's a Painkiller game, give it some weird weapons that make things bleed real good. Yeah. That's your path to success with that franchise, and it looks like that's what they're doing. So awesome.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. I just hope they try and avoid it coming out around the same time as Doom: The Dark Ages, because practically competing with each other. So
when does that come out?
Doom: The Dark Ages, I think it's
off the top of your head?
I think it's May.
Well, then you got nothing to worry about because this comes out in the fall, according to the page.
Let me double check my Doom: The Dark Ages, May 15th. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, this launches way later. So
yeah, stay away from that game for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully Doom doesn't get delayed.
Oh no.
That would be bad. All right, that is the topic of the week. That was the Future Game Showcase. I enjoyed it. There was too much in it.
They needed to cut it down by like a third.
Yeah, there was a lot in there that just didn't need to be there. But it is cool at least that these developers are getting showcased and highlighted, for people that don't.
Yeah, I especially love it when they highlight independent developers, because those people, like they have such a hard time getting the word out. through traditional channels. So it's nice when something like this comes along and says, "Hey, yeah, we'll show you off."
Yeah, absolutely.
So big
All
ups
right.
to them for that. But next we're doing something slightly different. You said you wanted to do screenshot scope first today.
Yeah. Let's go back to our old chronological order of having video game 20 questions last, and kick things off with screenshot scope. So let me get my screen share up here and get the first game listed. I guess the game, and ba-boom.
Hooray!
I'm gonna do a little bit of zoom.
Yeah, I'm saying Death Stranding. It looks very gray. Death Stranding is a very.
I can't even tell honestly what it is. Like, is this a forest over here? Like, I can't tell
that
what
looks
it
like.
is.
That looks like dead foliage.
Okay, well, let's go with it. I don't have a better guess. Nope.
No. Okay.
Whoa.
That's just a panel of something.
Well, it's got an 82%.
Which is about in line with what I'd expect Death Stranding to have.
Oh,
there's a skull there in the upper right. Maybe
I think
it's
this
like
might
a
be
Warhammer.
No, I think it's metal. What's that? Is it Metals of Eden?
I don't fucking know.
Shit. It's that music game. Frig, what was it called? Oh no. It was like a music game mixed with Doom. Where you're like, and you gotta like kill to the beat.
Oh, like Metal Slinger or Metal Singer Hell Glory or something like that.
Is it Metal Singer?
I think it's Metal Singer.
Oh, I saw it. Metal
Hell Singer. It was some combination of that. No,
it wasn't it.
But we got there.
So we have it's PC. It's current gen exclusive.
There's is it Wolfenstein? Look at that. That looks like a very Nazi-esque eagle.
Where are you seeing an eagle?
The top, yeah. Combined with the skull.
But I don't think it's exclusive to Xbox Series and PS5 though. The Wolfenstein games.
It's not. It's also on PC, and it says original platforms PC right there.
But I don't think it was published to Xbox Series and PS5. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was.
Is there another game with like science fiction Nazis in it? I feel like
this also looks like a sword. You see that? Looks like like an electrified sword.
Oh yeah. I see.
I don't remember there being melee weapons like that in Wolfenstein.
Maybe it's a Warhammer game.
Oh yeah, it could be Space Marine.
Oh, that's Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
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 There it is.
Good job. All right. On to the next one. Oof,
oh,
God.
Fuck.
Well, it's 2D.
Yeah, that looks older. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's older. It could be just old styled.
Could be indie. Yeah.
What's that game?
That could be the mines in Stardew Valley. Maybe. Oh, it could be Darkwood. It might be Darkwood.
It looks it could be a zoomed in screenshot of Darkwood. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
Sure, try Darkwood. We got 6 guesses.
That's a hard game. Nope. And 80%.
Well, now it really looks like Darkwood. What's that fucking game? Fear and type in Fear and let's see if it autocompletes to
nothing. No.
Oh God. No. I haven't played it, but people really liked it. Fuck. Fear. It was like Fear and Suffering or something like that. I don't fucking remember.
Well, it's not Fear and anything. Might be Suffering and Fear.
My brain keeps auto-completing it to Fear and Loathing, but that's obviously not it, because it's a fucking Hunter S. Thompson book. Fear and Hunger. No. Okay.
It's a cross-gen game. It's also on Switch, though. Yeah, I have no clue. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I feel like if I'd played this, I would recognize it immediately.
I see that little thing. See that thing?
That looks like some kind of indicator.
Yeah.
A quest marker or something. It could also just be like a key in the background.
Yeah.
Shit.
No idea.
Maybe it's the remaster of Live Alive.
I mean, I don't think it's this dark.
No, it's Live Live.
Fuck.
No.
Well, that doesn't help us. It's an action shooter horror survival. I mean, no shit. I mean,
I don't know.
I've never a rat
or something. Yeah, I've never played this. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
See, Darkwood is still the best guess we've had so far.
I know, right?
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
There's a body there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing. Skip for now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. 2024, so this is recent. Yeah, I've not played this. I have no idea what this is.
I don't think I've even seen this.
Yeah. This looks like something that would be neat.
It looks like a World War II horror game, but like
I'd kind of like to find out what this is so I could play it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before.
But it got an 80% though.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be good then.
Well, that would be great on our scale.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I have no clue what this is.
I have absolutely no idea. Is this going to be where I discover a new game that I'm going to like? Because I'd be fine with losing if that's the case.
Right,
let's
skip this one.
Get the video and see if it.
Wow.
Oh God, no! I have no idea what this is.
No clue. Yeah, this will be our first actual loss that we have no clue what it is.
Catchweight Studio. I've never heard of these guys.
No, me either.
What the fuck is this? Let's just find out what it is. Conscript. I've never heard of that.
No,
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Never.
Because it looks cool.
So here's more screenshots from it. It looks like it's like a puzzle survival game. It's like Resident Evil, but from like a down.
Yeah.
Weird.
He plays a French soldier searching for his missing in action brother during the Battle of Verdun. So I guess it's like a World War One. Yeah, distinct World War One themed areas. Yeah, this sounds kind of neat. I'm going to have to check this out.
Add that to your wish list, folks.
Yeah. Cool. I absolutely don't mind whiffing on this one because it looks like I found a new game to try out. Conscript.
Report back.
Okay.
Report back.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Next up.
This kind of looks like an old point-and-click game, maybe like one with pre-rendered backgrounds, but still at a low resolution. Like something like that Blade Runner game. It doesn't look like Blade Runner because it looks like almost like a Victorian thing, but it's kind of got that same resolution vibe to it. Oh fuck, that's another game that I haven't played. I got it when it was on sale.
I'm getting Contrast vibes for some reason. Could be that. But beyond that, I don't know. It's not giving me anything.
You could try that.
I don't think that'll be it, but could be one of those like 1 in a million guesses. Who knows? Yeah. Nope. Well, it's only a 70. That blood looks very low res.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're looking at.
Yeah, neither do I. Like maybe blood splatter on the camera? Because
I think
that's the only thing that makes sense with that perspective, at least from what we're getting here.
I think it might be a beat 'em up, like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and like there's like a person right here.
But from when?
Punching. Yeah, that's a good question.
Doesn't look like a faux old school game. That it looks actually kind of genuinely old school.
Also, this shadow right here looks like a robot or like a person in the background. You see that? They're like slouching.
Maybe, but I think that's God, that might be a bit of a reach. It could be anything. I see what you're saying, but it could honestly be anything.
There's also a yellow mark here.
Yeah.
And that a blue thing.
Well, I don't know. No, that's not a person.
No. It's something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, this looks like some kind of PC like half FMV, half like sprite based game. Like I hate to bring up the Dig again, but the Dig also does that, where portions of the backgrounds are video files.
My brain is still telling me this is a beat 'em up of some kind, but I don't know. Do you have any guesses?
No.
Skipping. Oh shit!
Oh, whoa. Okay.
A lot newer than I thought it was going to be. So this is a retro style.
So it is actually a throwback game. Okay.
There's like a robot kind of dude over there.
Yeah, or somebody in armor. Oh shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This might be another one where we're like, I've never seen this before.
Never heard of this game. Because that looks like a pretty distinctive design for a piece of armor. Does. I feel like I'd remember that if I'd ever seen it somewhere.
Yeah. Skip.
Yeah, let's see if the next one gives us something to work with. Oh, fuck. Hack and slash. Oh, so
it is a beat 'em up of some kind, yeah. I think it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up type game, yeah. I don't know what
some kind of throwback to fuck.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna get this one.
Yeah, this is the problem: is when they pick a game that's like one of the 10 million indie games that are probably really good, but I've just never heard of because there's 9 million other or 9,900,999,909. I think I got that right.
Yeah, a million bajillion.
Do you remember Mike the TV from Reboot? For the low
Mike the TV.
Yeah, for the low price of $99.99. 99.
Mike. Yeah. Great show.
Great character.
My favorite episode of Reboot was about Mike the TV when they went into the Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh, and he got to be the warrior.
Yeah. That's the best one. When they're going down like the spiral staircase and all of a sudden they hear a girl screaming and they turn around and it's Mike. Oh, what a good
show.
Great show.
It doesn't help us. It doesn't help us with this game though.
I'm a skip. I'm a skip on this one.
I have no idea.
Jesus.
Oh.
It came out last year.
Oh, wait.
Oh, is this Blasphemous 2?
The Ninja Warriors again, maybe?
Well, I didn't even know that was the thing.
Try that.
It's either Blasphemous 2 or that.
Yeah.
Oops, not ninjas.
The Ninja Warriors again. The is important.
Might not be in here. Nope. I'm thinking Blasphemous 2.
Okay.
I haven't played it, but it's got that art style for sure.
Okay.
And it seems bloody. It seems like dark and weird.
Yeah. It's just that part screams like the Ninja Warriors.
Oh, it only has Blasphemous 1 in here.
Oh.
So it's definitely not that. Blasphemous was from...
And if it's not the Ninja Warriors again, which was like the reboot / sequel to that, then...
No.
Well, just scroll up to the Ninja Warriors up there, and maybe we'll just give that a little clicky click and see if it's in the same franchise. Oh, no. Fuck. No, I have no idea what this is then.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, no clue.
That kind of looks cool.
So there's someone named X, and a pilot, and someone named Sean Chahan.
I have no idea what this is. I have absolutely no fucking idea. Oh, we're having a day today.
2 wrong. Yeah, this is not good.
Well,
All right.
it's not just 2 wrong. It's 2 that we've never fucking heard of.
All right, skip.
Yeah.
Slave 0X.
Yeah, never heard of it.
No. Let's see those screenshots. Game is very brown.
Yeah. Okay.
This is not going well.
I've never heard of this.
Nope, me either.
It's weird that we've had 2 in a row that neither of us have ever heard of.
Please don't go for 3.
Oh, that'll be embarrassing.
Jeez, that could be 1,000 games.
Yeah, but they always start us with a picture of fucking grass.
It's so true. I'm
gonna say
Shadow of the Colossus. That's too
That's
high res for Twilight Princess.
Maybe it could be the Wii U version, the HD Wii U.
Maybe you can. I mean, I'm not.
It's got the color palette of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to give us the HD version though.
No, but I mean, they might not even bother calling it the HD version.
Ooh, a 69. So it's definitely not Shadow of the Colossus either.
No.
Oh, I think this is that Bigfoot game.
Oh, yeah, Finding Bigfoot.
Ooh, I don't know which one it is here.
I
feel like it was just called Bigfoot.
Okay.
But... Oh, well, it was only PC, so it's not that. What is that?
That is some kind of UI pip. Like, go here for your objective.
You can see 2. You can see that little aiming reticle there. See that?
Okay. So we've got like the upper portion. Oh, so maybe it's like this is an ally, like an icon hovering above an ally's head.
This gives me Ark vibes.
Maybe try.
It could be Ark Survival Ascended or whatever, the remake. Although I don't know if it was originally on the.
No, the original got ported to consoles.
No. So Survival Ascended is the remake of Ark 1.
But maybe it's Ark 1.
Could be. This looks too good to be Ark 1, but it could be.
We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, a stealth tactical shooter? What? Explosion button? Okay. What is happening today?
Oh, God.
Did the randomizer just say, fuck you, press pause, stop using this?
God. And we were doing so well.
Were we? Today we weren't.
No, I mean, overall, we'd only had one that we lost.
And now we're going to get like 4 wrong in a row. Yeah, I have no clue what this could be. A stealth tactical shooter where you're in like a forest and like, what the fuck is this thing?
I don't
know. It looks like a crossbow maybe.
Or something, yeah.
Like
it does. Well, it looks like the stock from a weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Like I've never seen click for explosion before. Like I have no clue.
It's just whatever the weapon button is. It would be mouse 1 if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, probably.
But why would there be an explosion in a stealth game?
Well, I mean, Sniper Elite, you could lay down explosive charges and stuff.
I wonder if it's one of the earlier Ghost Recon games.
It's not Sniper Elite though, because I've played the fuck out of that. And
wait, yeah, it's Xbox One, PC, PS4, so it's not the Ghost Recon games.
I would recognize if it was Sniper Elite 4 or 5.
What is this huge reticle? Oh, it could be Sniper Elite.
I just said it would.
No, not Sniper Elite. No, the other one, the competitor, Ghost Warrior. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
It had a competitor, a direct competitor. It's Ghost Warrior or Sniper?
Sniper
Ghost Warrior.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe. Try it.
I'll try the third one just because I don't know.
If it's in the same franchise, no, it's not. Oh, fuck.
2017, and you can fly a helicopter. Oh, then this could be Ghost Recon.
Wildlands?
Wildlands, or maybe Breaking Point.
Try Wildlands.
Or it could also be Just Cause, though. Although it's stealth action, so yeah, it's got to be Ghost Recon.
Yeah, try
Wildlands. Yeah,
hey!
We're back on track, ladies and gentlemen.
So here, you know what the biggest problem with this game is? There's Predator DLC, but the problem is that it's Predator DLC. The whole point with Predator, and the thing that the Predator games always get wrong, is you can't fucking know that it's the Predator. The whole point is that it's a surprise to you that you're being stalked by an invisible alien. And if
it's a good game, though.
Yeah, but
just not the DLC.
But the Predator, they should never have announced that it was Predator DLC. The Predator thing should have been a mystery. It should have been mystery DLC. People would have bought it. And then just hear me out. Only once you're playing and you realize that you're being it, because you never, like, this is not a science fiction, well, ish.
I mean, it is.
It is, but it's not like aliens and shit.
No,
right?
no. It's like modern warfare.
Yeah, it's like Splinter Cell, where it's like, here's tech.
There's gadgets that are, realistic, but we don't actually have it yet.
We don't actually have yet, but we could, maybe in the future. But like, they should have done that. Shouldn't have announced who it was, and then because people are never going to expect it to be the Predator, and then somebody's going to see that blurry silhouette go by, and they're going to go, "Oh fuck!" They're going to hear in their head. They're going to just be like, "Da da 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 da." And they're gonna be like, "Is this the Predator? Or we're being hunted by the fucking Predator?" And then they're gonna shoot it, and they're gonna hear the Predator screaming. They're gonna go, "Oh fuck, this is Predator DLC! Oh fuck! Oh shit!" But
it's so weird that it was in Ghost Recon to begin with.
Yeah,
what a weird crossover.
Yeah, but that's why it would have been perfect to not tell anybody what it was, because they never would have expected it.
Did you ever play the actual Predator game?
No,
Proving Grounds or whatever.
Because I knew that it's a Predator game. Unless you're playing as the Predator, if you're the human,
play as the Predator.
Yeah, but like the asymmetrical multiplayer thing. But it's like, I don't know.
The Alien Predator, Alien versus Predator game was really good.
Yeah,
remember that one? You could play as the aliens, the humans, or the Predator. That was cool. All
right. Wait, are you talking about the Jaguar one, or the Super Nintendo one, or the PC?
No, PC.
The shooter. Yeah.
AVP.
I've played that. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure this is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
You said that before.
That looks like the background of.
But if they've got it in their list, then it might be.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's still got an 86 though. It's still a high rating.
Yeah.
This doesn't help me at all though.
No.
That really looked like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It looks familiar, I will tell you that. I know what this game is.
Yeah.
Like, this looks familiar as shit.
Yeah.
I'm just not... This does not help me whatsoever. It's too zoomed in.
That looks like some kind of generator you would have to destroy in a game.
I thought it was like a zoomed-in planter. Like, and this is like a plant.
Maybe. Like, those look like crystals coming out of a cave wall or some shit around it.
I feel like this one's way more helpful. This looks like Prince of Persia.
Yeah, we already know it's not.
What the hell else could it be? 86. Like, this looks like it's in Egypt. Or, like, Rome, maybe. I don't know. I'm telling you, I know this game. Like, that looks like something I've played, like, straight up. And it's modern, too. It's pretty new. This helps me zero. This doesn't help me whatsoever. We might have to skip this one, because I don't have anything.
Yeah, let's skip and see if the next screenshot gives us anything. Oh, fuck. That's UI. It's for the quest? Well, I'm out.
Oh, it's Azura's Wrath. Shit, how do you fucking spell that? Azura? I thought that's how you spell Azura.
Is it Asura?
It could be. There we go. Oh, they don't have the second one in there though.
Wasn't that a PS3 game?
I know what one you're thinking of, and I don't know if this is the one you're thinking of or if this is the one I'm thinking of. But I know that's what this game is.
Okay,
It's
well,
whatever it's the
it can't
quest
be the
game.
one I'm thinking of because the one I'm thinking of was a PS3 action game.
Yeah. No, it's something Wrath. But I think it's something Wrath 2.
Asgard's Wrath.
No. It could be.
Well,
that doesn't ring a bell though.
Why not try it and find out? We've still got plenty of guesses.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah. It's widely regarded as one of the best VR games. That's why I do.
It's on the fucking Quest, so I'll never play it.
Yeah, it's exclusive to Quest 2.
That's fucking bullshit.
Or Quest 3, sorry. Exclusive to Quest 3. I'm sure it'll come out eventually for other platforms, but yeah, it's like a full 40-hour like action adventure first person RPG. Like, it's crazy. See those screenshots. I still don't know what the screenshot is. Is it like a temple in sand or something, or in like caves? That's a weird screenshot. Yeah, apparently it's a great game though. This is one of those games I would love to play. The only problem is VR for me. If I'm playing VR, it has to be a game where in the game you're sitting.
Yeah.
If I do any standing movement, I get nauseous. So they got to fix that somehow. The whole like pointing where you want to go and then just like appearing there, that doesn't help me whatsoever.
Yeah, that always looked more disorienting to me.
Yeah. Next up. Oh, jeez. Sci-fi something, I think.
Yeah. It's not No Man's Sky. Maybe Elite Dangerous? Maybe like a panel on a ship from Elite Dangerous?
It does have an orange UI.
Yeah. It is super orange UI. It's the orangest UI ever.
Oh. Which one would it be, though?
Well, I think it's the same thing.
Nope. 82%. That still doesn't help. Could be Halo ODST.
No.
Because like I remember like weird UI on it. Although it looks kind of detailed though for that.
No, I don't think this is ODST. I mean, you could try it.
If we don't have another option, then it's better than skipping.
Yeah.
Before we didn't even have a guess, so that's why I was skipping. But if we at least have like a guess.
Oh fuck.
PS2.
Fucking Zone of the Enders.
Yeah. That UI gave it away. Oh, which one is it though?
It's not the Fist of Mars because that was on the Game Boy Advance.
So just the first
Zone
one?
of the Enders, yeah. Okay, this is Zone of the Enders 2.
Is that the second runner?
One. Yeah.
Good job. Nice. We're recovering.
Yeah.
We're recovering.
Yeah, good game.
Right. Yeah. Next one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks for giving me a window.
Well, no, hold on. That's not necessarily a useless window. That kind of looks like a Japanese like paper, but like it's all rotted out. So I'm thinking like maybe what's the fucking Fatal Frame?
Could be Fatal Frame. Could be Ghost of Tsushima. Could be a lot of games.
Let's try Fatal Frame.
Yeah, it does look a little bit low res in comparison to what. Which one? I guess it doesn't matter.
Let's just say the first one.
Yeah, it's a Fatal Frame game.
So it's in the Fatal Frame franchise. Okay, Fatal Frame 2. Let's just go down the list. Fatal Frame 3.
Is there enough here for enough guesses? There we go.
There you go.
Wow! Oh, wow! I didn't realize it was a Resident Evil like.
Some areas do have more restrictive camera angles. Some of them, the camera does kind of pan around to track you.
Okay.
If it's like a larger area. Yeah.
All right, we got to go back up here. Bubble. Is this a Zelda game? One of the 3D ones?
No.
It looks Nintendo-ish.
Yeah, it looks Nintendo as fuck.
Is it? It could be one of the Paper Mario games, because nothing's paper except for the characters, and there's no characters in this one.
I don't know.
It's kind of more top-down view than I would imagine Paper Mario would be, though.
Yeah.
It does look Switch or 3DS-ish.
Yeah.
I will say. This kind of makes me wonder, though.
Do you mind if I get up for a second to get a drink so I can take some fucking Tylenol? I got a headache.
Yeah, go for it.
You keep brainstorming. Oh, up I go. Oh, need a leg massage next. Back is good, but the legs are a little bit rough.
He can't hear me right now, I don't think.
Ooh, I've got one of those headaches where it's like anytime I move my neck, it hurts. That's the worst kind. Okay.
Keep talking.
Let's see here. What should I get myself to drink? Well, those pills are kind of big. Maybe I should get some little more. Ooh, how about Dr. Pepper? Now just remember, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Pepper is not a real doctor. So do not let him inspect your genitals. I mean, I don't think Dr. Pepper would do you any harm. Certainly never does me any harm. But he is not, in fact, a real doctor, so just keep him away from those squishy bits. You know? All right. Back I come over here. All right, I'm back.
I said absolutely nothing.
Of course not, because you knew I was going to talk the whole time.
Yep.
All right, let's get some ASMR in here. I'm gonna put the cap back on the pill bottle. You can hear there's some
drugs.
Still some Tylenol in there. Now I've got. There's one. There's the other.
We just lost 6 viewers.
So you mean 100% of our audience?
Yes, exactly. Hey, we have 21 subscribers, all right?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, no, now you took it too far. Now it's over. Now we lost all of them.
Hey, man, it's ASMR.
It is.
You got to get every sound in there.
It was pleasant up until that point.
Was it pleasant?
Yeah.
Me slurping Dr. Pepper.
I like, you know, I'm not someone who just like sits around and listens to ASMR videos or anything like that. But I don't mind hearing
should I get
like
up close to the mic and scratch my hair?
It didn't register.
Wait, hold on.
Oh. Okay, now it did.
Is that better?
That was good.
That was good for you.
Yeah. That gave me the tingles.
Oh, now this got weird. You had to make it weird for me.
Okay.
I'm getting a taste of my own medicine.
Yeah, I got the tingles. All right.
I'm still not any closer to this fucking game.
No, I know I've seen this before. It looks very familiar.
Skip. Let's get another screenshot. We're gonna be here all night. I need to eat.
I'm gonna say Zelda: Link's Awakening just in case it is.
I don't think it is. Link Between Worlds?
No, I think that looks too good for
It's Link's Awakening. No, it's
the
not.
Remake.
No. That doesn't look like the remake.
Well, I mean, it'll tell us whether or not it's a Zelda game, but no, not a Zelda game. What the hell? Well, it's not a good game.
Maybe it's a Bomberman game. Looks kind of Bomberman-ish.
This doesn't, though.
No, but we're on the second one now. Come on, get with the times, bro.
No, I know, but what?
It's either Bomberman or it's somebody doing their take on Bomberman. Oh man, my legs. Fuck. Bomberman. What was that one that came out on the Switch? Bomberman R.
Yeah. There's so many.
Super Bomberman R. There you go. Try that.
Nope, it's a PC game apparently.
No. Oh fuck.
And it's multiplayer because I can see someone chatting.
Ass lol.
Ass lol.
Ass. My best angry video game nerd impression.
I was gonna say that sounds familiar. Automatic revive something. Something Death Wish.
It's probably somebody saying, do you have a death? I don't fucking know, man. I haven't played an online game in forever. I don't know. I don't know what any of this is.
Like, what is that? That screenshot's just super confusing.
Yeah.
Although I didn't notice this. See that? It almost looks like there's like a tab to pull out.
Yeah.
For like a menu.
Yeah. Probably if it's online, it's probably like the in-game chat tab or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know what this would be.
The fact that it's only on PC means that we're doomed to not get it, because there's like 10 billion games that are PC only.
Like, these three screenshots look like from three completely different games.
Yeah, they do.
Like, we have a Zelda-type game, we have a Bomberman game, and then we have like some sort of MMO. Like, I have no idea.
Or like fucking like Tribes Ascend or something. God, that was a good fucking game.
Yeah, that was like an action game though. This looks more like a Revive.
No, if it was
Tribes, what is this? Like, what is this?
If it was Tribes, I would recognize it because I played the shit out of Tribes Ascend. Because I missed out on Tribes 1 and 2. But I played the fuck out of Ascend. I love that game.
Like, this looks like a spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
And like this looks like a roof. Like, we're looking up. Oh, because he's dead.
Yeah.
Automatic revive. I bet you he's looking up because he's dead. This looks like maybe like a change. You know, those things that people hide behind when they change. We call it change door, change wall. What are those called?
You mean one of those like collapsible
the ones
things?
that like fold, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a headache, man.
We're losing him. Now he's on drugs too.
I got a headache. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I don't know what this one is. We're gonna have to skip it because we're running low on time. Because we're at 3:20 at the moment.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, skip. It's an MMO.
We're fucked.
What the hell is this?
That's like a maze.
Looks like a Pac-Man thing.
This is like a Pac-Man.
Whoa! Look at those creatures. What's these creatures?
Oh! I don't know.
Oh shit!
But it's a good spot. I have no idea what this is. Oh, we're fucked.
Did it say the platform? PC,
PC.
MMO. What the hell is this?
I have no idea. Oh my god, we're so fucked.
This is crazy. I don't like. I'll have to skip this one again too. What the? 2011?
Fuck me, dude. Fuck me.
An MMO that looks like fucking Bomberman. Is there a Bomberman fucking MMO?
But we know it's not Bomberman because it.
Because it didn't give us the franchise
thing.
Oh. Yeah, we're not getting this.
Oh, we're toast. We're so fucked. We're so fucked.
We'll have to skip this one. This is not an MMO.
This is Bomberman. Bomberman.
It's literally Bomberman. How is this an MMO?
Maybe they just mean that it's an online game, or maybe this is like a mini game within an MMO.
Maybe.
What the fuck is this? Three Rings Design. I don't think I've ever even heard of these people before.
Yeah, I give up.
I have no idea.
Spiral Knights.
Spiral Knights.
No clue.
Okay.
No clue. Well, all right then.
Man, we're getting our asses kicked today.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
This one's got a very distinct looking art style.
Maybe it's fucking Journey. It's not, but
no, it's not. What was that game? No, it wouldn't be that one.
I'm starting to get tired too. It's late, man. It's almost 10:30. We start these at about 6:30 because we're like, we got plenty of time, and then we always run into
bumps in the road. All right, You know what I'll do for the last three that we have here is I'll give us a time limit on each screenshot.
Okay.
So we've reached it for this one.
Yeah, skip. Fuck, I don't know.
67.
Fuck.
How is this fucking
looks like
Teletubby?
An Octorok.
Oh, maybe not a 67. There's no Zelda game.
There's a Zelda game that's gonna get that out of like maybe Zelda 2, which is unfair.
3DS game.
Fuck, maybe it is a Zelda game.
The only 3DS Zelda game was like Between Worlds, and there's no way it got it.
Yeah, there's no way it got a 67.
No. I mean, I was gonna skip it anyway, so I'll put Link Between Worlds, but it's not going to be.
Maybe it's Luigi.
RPG Social Slim.
So
Is it Animal Crossing?
No, Tomodachi Life.
Yeah. Tomodachi. Fuck.
Oh, you.
Is it Tamagotchi?
No, Tomo. TOMODA. There you go.
No, it's not.
Oh, fuck. Oh, but it's something with Mii's.
But it's 3DS, though.
It's a first party. What was there's like a Mii game, right? There's like a Miitopia?
Miitopia. Yeah, there we go. Miitopia. Good lord.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The dark days of Nintendo first party.
Yeah.
Okay. Lost Planet?
It could be Lost Planet.
No.
Man, can you imagine?
Yeah,
86. There's no way that game got an 86.
Oh, what was that RPG from the former Square guys? Shit. Start with an S. What was it called?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
It was a game about death. It was a game about like
I Am Setsuna.
I Am Setsuna. Yeah. Nope. Oh, mobile game? Pfft, can we give up now? I have no fucking idea. I'm not gonna know. I'm skipping.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off.
Like none of this is gonna help me on a mobile game.
Platform, puzzle elements, side view. Oh, fuck. The only mobile games I can think of off the top of my head with that are like Angry Birds and Bad Piggies.
What was that Valley one? Something Valley? Monument Valley. Let's see if that's it. No. 2012. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Okay, well that's a much more distinctive looking character. I just wish that I recognized it because it looks kind of cool. Oh, shit. Oh, here's the cat.
Yeah, he's being a butthole underneath my desk, so he's coming up.
I wish I knew, because that does look cool.
Ghost Trick?
Is that a mobile-only game? Or
it was mobile and DS, I think.
Did it come out on mobile first.
Oh, it says mobile only though. Although it says original platform, so it could be Ghost. It could be Ghost Trick.
Try Ghost Trick.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not Ghost Trick. No idea. It's a touch game, clearly.
From Beautifun Games? I've never heard of them either.
Nope. Never even seen this game.
Yeah.
Doesn't look familiar.
I wouldn't even know. Yeah.
Definitely would not know that game.
Never heard of it.
Nihil Umbra? No clue.
Jesus, right. we got spanked today.
Yeah. This is not going well at all. Whoa. Oh, it's Oh, I know this one.
Is it Martian Gothic?
No, it's that game on Mars.
Martian Gothic?
I don't think that's on Mars. Is it?
It's literally called Martian Gothic. It's on Mars.
Okay, it's not Martian Gothic, I don't think. I'll put it, but no. No.
I know
it.
Martian Gothic did not get an 81.
I know what this is. Planet Crafter. That's what it is.
I was gonna rub it in your face.
Yes.
So hard if it was Martian Gothic.
No. I knew what it was as soon as I saw it. I just couldn't remember the name of the damn game. Planet Crafter. Yeah.
Wow, that's just... What year did this come out?
2022.
Okay, so somebody looked at No Man's Sky and said, "Yeah, I'll have some of that."
It's actually more like Subnautica and
but
Forever Skies.
Like the gun that's extracting the minerals. Like, come on.
Yeah. It's a good game though. It's really good. All right, last one. I think last one.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna say Skyrim.
Could be. 90% though.
Ooh.
Oh, it's Half-Life 2.
Episode
2. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. Good call.
I know that's the final scene of the game right there.
Oh, I know that. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's when the dude gets eaten by the brain
His brain gets eaten, yeah. Except that fucking Half-Life Alyx undoes that.
Oh, I still haven't played Alyx.
Oh, well, spoilers.
I'm sure I never will.
Spoilers. You change the outcome of that through time travel, I guess, now?
Oh, so they're just ruining Half-Life lore because they can't finish it. Cool. Fucking brutal. Well, we ended it on a good note.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what that means.
Fuck, we still gotta do 20 questions. I'm so goddamn hungry.
We're so close.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go get some bread to stuff my face hole with.
Do it.
Here we go again. I think I'll also get another drink.
I'll start the normal.
Get another examination from.
Oh, he's gone.
I really hope that whatever you're saying is really hilarious because I can't hear it. And at least somebody should hear it, like the audience that we lost when I started doing ASMR. But who knows? Maybe that'll be the thing that gets us lots of views. Maybe you should put ASMR in the title of this video. Guarantee it'll get us 1 trillion views, or not.
I think I might.
Maybe we should have like an outrage bait title card. We like, oh, Ubisoft is doomed because of woke. DEI. That's gonna be it, and we'll get 1 trillion views. And none of them will be from real people. They'll be from those fucking, like, view-boosting accounts. Or some shit. Oh, yeah. Just grab the white bread right out of the package. Because I gotta hurry up and get back to the show. Don't put anything on it.
I'm asking it ahead of time. Our standard questions.
Okay. God, what the fuck did I do to my legs? It hurts so much. Yeah. I sound like an adult from Peanuts.
Yes, you do. Did you say penis?
No, from Peanuts. You know, they go womp womp womp.
You did. All right, this game released in the 2000s. It was not exclusive to one platform, and it was not developed in Japan. That's our standard go-tos.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm really hungry.
That's fine. You eat. I'll ask it.
I ate before we started recording, and I'm hungry again.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe you should eat more beforehand. I don't know.
I had a bowl of cereal.
That's not enough. You need dinner. That's not dinner. That's a snack.
It's part of this balanced breakfast.
It's not morning, though.
It doesn't matter when you eat it. It doesn't become less filling.
Okay, you're right. It is part of a balanced breakfast.
Yeah, you're going to get me on the technicality. I need a glass of milk, a glass of orange juice, two pieces of toast, an apple,
some bacon.
Some bacon and eggs.
And eggs, yeah. Then you got a meal.
Another bowl of cereal. And good cereal, not the fucking sugar-filled shit. Like you can have your Fruit Loops or whatever, but you also gotta have like Cheerios or something.
Yep, you do. You gotta have your fiber. You gotta have the fiber.
Gotta have.
I'm gonna ask it. Is this game part of a series?
Sure.
It is. Okay. So we have a 2000s game, not exclusive.
That's our Random
series.
Encounters episode. We go look at cereal commercials from the 90s and how stupid they were. We could do an entire episode on all the kids who had a crippling Corn Pops addiction.
Yeah, I was not a Corn Pops fan, but
Aaron Paul was in a Corn Pops commercial.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
So was Oh no. He was in a Charmin commercial. Adam Savage from Mythbusters.
No. Aaron Paul was in the one where the parents are like, son, we need to have a talk. And he's like, just put the pamphlets on the counter and I'll read them later.
It's kind of sad how that sticks in your mind after like 20 plus years.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's a sign of a good ad campaign.
Yeah, that's true. We got to find out what platform this was on. I'm going to say, was this game originally released on PS2?
They didn't even need a jingle. You know?
Nope,
you just need a something that kind of resembles the Jaws theme and fucking a goofy premise and then a catchphrase.
It's true. I don't know what cereal commercials look like today.
They did that ad campaign for like 10 years.
Yeah. All right.
That's ad campaigns that lasted. There's another Random Encounters for you. I could talk about this shit for hours.
Yeah.
There's a radio show that my dad listens to about ad campaigns. It's actually really interesting.
Like a podcast?
No. A real radio show, like on the radio.
Oh, I didn't think radio existed anymore. No, I don't.
Honestly, it's probably also available as a podcast from the CBC website.
Probably.
I'm fucking checked out on the video game shit, man. I'm thinking about cereal.
We gotta win.
Yeah,
we have a much better. What's the word? We only have one loss in Video Game 20 Questions.
Okay.
So we know this is a 2000s game that's part of a series.
Part of a series.
And
not exclusive.
Not exclusive, but originally released on PS2. So it's a PS2 era game.
And it's not Japanese.
And it's not Japanese. So we got to think of a third-party series that was on PS2.
That wasn't Japanese.
That wasn't Japanese.
That covers a lot of ground.
There could be any of the Ubisoft games like Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon,
yeah, but
Rainbow
those were
Six.
multi-platform right from the start.
Yeah, well, that's what this says. It's not exclusive to one platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a multi-platform game. We should probably ask if it's licensed, because if it is, then we know it could be Tom Clancy or WWF game.
Would you consider Tom Clancy to be a licensed thing?
we know it is. We know because he's told us this thing has considered it a license thing before.
Okay, yeah.
Tom Clancy is a license. Yeah.
Well, he is now because he's fucking dead.
Yeah. So is this a licensed game? It is. Okay, so it could be Tom Clancy, it could be WWF, could be sports.
Oh, if it's sports, we're fucked.
Well, let's ask if it's a sports or racing game.
Yeah.
Actually, let's go with sports first.
Just sports. That's a broad
Is this
enough.
a sports game? It is.
Oh, fuck.
But what does it consider a sport?
Ask if it's a football game. Let's just go through it. How many questions in are we?
9. So we'll
do one more, and then we'll get like the publisher.
Well, why don't we get the publisher right now? Because if it's EA, then we know it's like a real sim sports game.
Okay, let's get the publisher.
Oh, it's Ace and Activision. Okay, so we know it's not Madden or any of that shit. What the hell?
What sports game did it... Well, Tony Hawk, that's an extreme sports game.
Oh, yeah.
What else? What did you say?
Ace, though?
Like ACE, Ace.
ACE, and then in brackets it says 2 for some reason.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what that means. I've never even heard of that publisher. Okay, well, let's ask if it's a skateboarding game.
Yeah.
Oops. Well, it is part of a series, so could be Tony Hawk. Is this a skateboarding game? No, it's not a skateboarding game.
Okay.
Could be a BMX game, though. Did Activision do like...
They did 2 Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX games. Remember when they tried to expand that into a series? They had Max Hoffman's Pro BMX, and they had, what was it?
Dave Mirra?
Kelly something's Pro Surfer.
Oh, yeah. There was a Dave Mirra game, too.
Yeah, Dave Mirra BMX, but I don't think that was Activision.
All right, I'll just ask...
No, it wasn't. It was Acclaim, because they tried to extend that to BMX XXX, and he was like, no, don't put my name on that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay,
I'll ask if this is a BMX game.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. So it's
does this game feature Matt Hoffman?
Well, I mean, we have to. I mean,
well, let's just seal the deal without asking it the title.
How do you spell his last name?
Hoffman.
Yeah, it does. So it's either is this a sequel?
Is this the first game in the series?
No.
Then it's Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2.
Hoffman.
That was really straightforward.
Is this Matt Hoffman? Is it Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX?
Yes.
Pro
Possessive.
BMX 2.
Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yep, we got it.
Boom.
That was record time.
That's the fastest one we've ever done. That wasn't even like 10 minutes long.
And half of it was you talking about bread.
It was me getting food. Yeah.
That's funny. All right.
We managed to keep this one under 4 hours against all odds.
I was getting worried because we can't let it get to 4 hours anymore. No. We know that it will F up the recording.
All right.
So with that in mind,
we killed that. That almost makes up for our pathetic performance in Screenshot Scope.
I would never have got that, so you won that one.
Hey.
Because I know Dave Mirra's BMX, but I didn't. Yeah. I couldn't remember Matt Hoffman's.
Yeah, I remembered it because I played the demo of it and it was okay. And then when they failed to make that series like grow wings, they put BMX in one of the Tony Hawk games. Like we don't.
Oh, really?
We don't want to lose the system that we worked on. So it was like a mini game that you could ride the bike around.
Weird. Very odd.
Yeah.
Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. I'm updating our records.
Yeah.
Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2 win. And what did we talk about on Metacritic today? We talked about Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Balls.
I don't remember any of the other ones.
Let's see. Xenoblade Chronicles X was the other one.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was it, actually. And Xenoblade. Okay. That way I will not repeat those next week. All right, this has been Press Pause at Gaming Podcast, episode 37. If you want to reach me, I'm TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.podcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, if you want to join the Co-op Club Discord server.
Go skeet at Trevor there.
Exactly. Skeet me!
Skeet, motherfucker.
Skeet me at TJ-Leo on BlueSky. Don't forget to like. To like. Don't forget the like.
Oh, the cliking. We're going to run over the 4 hours mark.
No, we're not.
Dumbasses.
Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. If you want to subscribe, click up there. If you want to
Give that notification bell a ring-a-ling. A ding-a-ling-a-ding.
Can you believe I still haven't gone to look and see if the bell actually does that thing at the end of the video?
Oh,
still haven't done that.
Have you not? Oh.
No. What was the other thing it does? There's the bell, the rings.
And if you say subscribe, the word subscribe lights up below the video. You've already said it once, so it only happens the first time you say it. But you can go back and see it happen again and again.
Well, I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah, go to last week's episode. Go click.
Actually, I'll just do that right now. I want to see this shit.
Yeah, go for it. Do it right now.
I'm gonna do this. We still got minutes.
We have 15 minutes. We have 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Right.
We have seconds left. Let's see. I want because if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna see it. Let's see. All right, episode 36. Ubisoft burning.
Yeah, that's Ubisoft burning, and then their new game sold 1 million copies. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, it should be coming up any second here.
I should point out Trevor comes up with the episode titles, not me.
Oh, yeah, you do. You came up with this one.
If it was
it's going to be ASMR.
If it was me, it would be the most vulgar thing we said during the episode.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because that's what the Super Best Friends podcast did, and that was a great way of remembering episode names.
Indeed.
With such classics as Underwater Racism, and That's Not a Baby, That's a Pile of Syringes.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, but you're not going to forget the title of the episode, are you?
No, so it didn't work. I don't see anything popping up with like a bell or subscribe or anything, so I don't know.
Well, I've seen it happen in videos before. The subscribe button, it gets like a little rainbow around it. It goes, wee.
Maybe they do that manually.
Maybe.
Because I don't even see a subscribe button on the video page anymore.
What? Okay,
yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on, let me...
Oh, it could be because... Oh, I know why.
You're signed in.
I'm signed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Shit. So I'll have to do it on my own time because I can't sign out of here.
Well, hold on. I'll do it right now, and I'll tell you if it works. So...
I guess I could just open it up in Edge or something.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I'm gonna...
Now we're definitely gonna run over.
Well, now hold on a second. Gonna get...
Okay. I typed into YouTube and it came up a search, and the first thing that came up in the search was like a converter.
I don't know when you're talking and when the recording of a previous episode is talking.
Mute it. So mute it.
But then I won't know when they say subscribe.
Just go to outro. I put chapters in there. Just go to outro and
you didn't put chapters in this episode.
Which episode did you cook?
Tier Maker 2 controllers.
Oh, yeah, I don't do it. I don't do it in the extras. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, here we go. I'm watching.
You know what's really annoying?
Yeah.
Is that if you search co-op entertainment on YouTube, ours doesn't come up.
No.
Some other one comes up that only has 15 subscribers.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Who's that? Who's that fake?
It did it. It did it.
It did it.
It did it. So you're going to want to go to the previous episode.
I can't even find our freaking...
So you're going to want to go to like 3:27:37 on our previous episode.
Oh, that was loud. That was fucking loud. Okay.
Yeah, so go there and you say subscribe.
Okay, here we go.
Go for it. You can do this. I believe in you.
Something should happen when I point.
Yeah. Just waiting.
Waiting
and watching.
This is so entertaining for the audio.
Yeah, I know. It's great. It's great. Here,
hey, we lost a subscriber. What the hell?
Oh, well, that's my ASMR at work.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Did we seriously lose a subscriber?
Yeah, it says we're at 20. We were at 21 last time I checked.
Ooh, we're going to find that person.
That piece of trash.
We're going to find that person and make them fucking click that button. You don't unsubscribe from us, motherfucker. We unsubscribe from you.
I don't get the...
Well, then.
It's really weird.
Fuck you, I guess.
Yeah, I don't get the pop-ups or the bells, the subscribe thingies or
anything.
anything.
What a shame.
That's really weird. All right, well, we got to sign off before the timer runs out.
There.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you next week. Maybe with an extra. Maybe. We'll see. Now get back to gaming.
Get gun. Another.